for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove.Ai. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now. Now get ready for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove.Ai. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now.
All right, everybody, we are live. This is day 3 of 5 of cool tools and fun with AI. So just a quick little commercial. You know, I did a 3-hour live stream yesterday. Never once did an actual plug. Let me just share my screen. And today we're going to be talking the first hour about the Brady Bunch. Just kidding. Some of you guys yesterday got on me. And so we'll make sure that we stay on. So do me a favor in the chat, say hello, let us know where you're from. As always, I'm going to move. I have 3 different screens going on here. When you see me looking here, I'm reading your chat, or I'm talking with Donna here in Skype. And there we go. All right, let me make sure I also have a Safari browser set up, because that's how we're going to be able to hear my audio. And let's do a quick little test there. Let's see. Let's play this little thing here. Donna, tell me if you hear this.
No offense, but if you still think stocks, real estate, or crypto are the best passive income.
Nope, I don't. Thank you. So no need for that commercial. All right. So we are going to go over just real quick for everybody that might have missed our first live stream the other day. And I didn't even mention this at all yesterday. Groove.cm and Groove.ai have new pricing. As you can see here, we have one plan now. That's it. One plan. It's called Enterprise. And then there's Enterprise with AI. So if you're a free user of Groove, you will notice that we moved away from the free plan. All of your sites, all of your products, everything's still up. You're still, your blogs, your links, you can still make sales, all that stuff. But you can only log in and see your account as an affiliate to promote other people. So you can upgrade for just $42 a month, and you get our enterprise plan that used to cost $299 a month, or people paid as much as $4,000 for a lifetime plan for that if they took the 4 payments of $997. So you could get that today for just $497 one time. It includes everything. So you can unlock everything in the app. Now, if you don't want to pay the $497, you've got a monthly option, but we'll get to that in a minute. The other thing is, if you want to add Groove.ai, which is Groove.ai, as you know, that's our separate app. That's additional $497 a year when paid separately, but you can just do an add-on pack for just $300 and you save about 40%. And that will be one payment annually of just $797. And that will combine both Groove.ai, full, you know, what people used to pay $299 a month for, and Groove.ai. So you get Groove.cm plus Groove.ai. If you want the combo pack, maybe I should put here the word combo pack, that's $797. And if you want the combo pack, so I'll probably put the word combo pack right here. I think it'll just stand out a little bit more. Was I not sharing my screen this whole time? I wasn't sharing my screen, right? All right, so there you go. Anyway, it's you heard me. So it's at groove.cm/pricing. This is what I said here: $42 a month when paid annually is $497. Thank you, Donna, for noticing that. You get everything in Groove unlocked completely for $497 a year. Now, you shouldn't be concerned if you're a lifetime member. You know, if you're on one of the other plans at $299 a month, simply just cancel and re-sign up again here, and or just go through the help desk. It's probably easier. You let us work with you on that. We haven't put it into the account where you can just update the billing just yet. It's going to take a few weeks for us to do that. So have support help you if you're one of those people that are on one of those plans and want to upgrade or change your price to the lowest recurring perpetuity we've ever offered, because we're completely away from the lifetime. So that's for the free members, or anybody that for some reason, I think it'd be really odd that you're on this live stream and you have never signed up for Groove. But if that's the case, same pricing for you. $497 unlocks everything. And if you want the combo pack with Groove.ai, it's $797 a year. And if you want the combo pack monthly, that's $149 per month for both, if you just want to go for the option. That's 50% off what we used to sell it for. It used to sell for $299. So just go to groove.cm and click any of the blue buttons on the page that say get started. All right, and that'll give you those options. Now, conversely, you have the same options over at Groove.ai. If you were to go to Groove.ai and look out next week, there's going to be a brand new site that's going to look like the Groove.cm site. This is kind of like our legacy site. You know, it's not bad, but it really doesn't show off the app, doesn't have the right videos. This has the same thing. If you wanted to pay for just Groove.ai, it's $497. If you want Groove.ai plus Groove.cm Enterprise, and it shows all the features here, that you're getting Enterprise. This should probably say Enterprise. I'll have to go in there and just denote that. And that's the same thing at $797. It's just that some people are going to find us over at Groove.ai, and some people are going to find us at Groove.cm. So we put the pricing in both places because there's a combo pack. And if you want to white label the Groove.ai white label, plus we have to make sure that this is a little more clear. So it's getting Groove.ai plus Groove.cm, plus you white label Groove.ai, right? So I just want to make sure it's not a white label for Groove.cm. That's $299 a month, and then you get to white label the Groove.ai software and sell it for $497 a year as well. Or if you want to sell it for recurring, you can as well. So the $299 a month plan will give you all of Groove.ai, all of the white label for Groove.ai, I should say, all of Groove.ai and plus all of Groove.cm. So $299 a month. So you could find that out at Groove.ai. That's the pricing is there. And of course, the pricing at Groove, if you're not interested in the white label and you want the monthly for the combo, that's there. So that's my one commercial there. I might do one just at the end for those that are coming in a little bit late. We got a lot of people saying hi, where they're from. We've got Peter Broyd says hi from Australia. Helen's personal wealth journey from UK up north. Hello from Longmont, Colorado. Danny, nice to see you, Danny. 4 a.m. in New Zealand, and I won't even try the accent there. But I've always made a comment that when you talk to somebody from New Zealand, everything ends up. When you're talking, it's like everything seems to end up. Again, I threw some British in there, so forgive me. Nancy from Montreal. We have the business of business in our business from Sunaga. Let's see. Let me get that right. Sunaga from Michigan. Okay. Maurice, let's see. Could you please show, I guess, how you're integrating AI existing lifetime members? I have a lot of money, but I have not heard anything. Donna will reach out to you. I'm reading a little bit too fast. I don't fully understand that, but I'm sure with a double read, Maurice, we can help you. New York City, and I see Donna already responded. Okay, so let's get jumping in here. That's our commercial, and what we're going to do, I believe I saw that it's already been pasted. Donna, did you already share that that document with them? I saw a document go up. Yeah,
I did.
All right.
Yep, I can do it again.
Yeah, so she'll pop it in there in case you got in late and you don't want to scroll all the way back. You're going to start seeing some anonymous axolotl. I don't even know what kind of animal that is. Axolotl. Anonymous beaver, anonymous bat. There's Donna. And so with Donna posting that link, you're going to see a lot more people coming into this Google document, and this is what we're going to be going over. So let me just put this actual link here. Some of these don't have URLs, so let me explain to you what's going on this document here. And I'm going to put a big thing here, not for 90% of members. The following is for low code and no code so I'll explain this when we get to it, but I do happen to know by talking to you, a good 20, maybe 15, 20% of you are more technical than I am. And you'll appreciate the me giving you a quick rundown of that document. So we're going to center this and start running down some of these things. Now, if some of you were here yesterday, you remember we were working on this thing right here called v0.dev. And let me just get that URL again. V0, not VO. Let's go back to the document there. Let me delete this. Yeah, v0.dev. And so that's where we're going to start. Let me close all the other tabs for now. And my screen is showing, and I think we're pretty good. All right. All right. So yesterday, I ran out of free credits. I didn't have my wallet with me, and I was going through my 1Password of 80 different credit cards that have expired and all that stuff. And we were already 20 minutes past due. And Donna had suggested, hey, Mike, let's just start with this tomorrow. So I paid for a subscription to this, and I'm probably going to keep it because I like it. And so what we're looking at is V0, which means version 0. So what this tool is meant to do is meant to help you create user interfaces, websites, or mock-ups, or actually then paste that, into things like anything that like Webflow that uses HTML. And I'm going to tell you the plans that we have for this with Groove coming up. All right. So let's just do an example. I think it'll just be easier if I just show you how this works. And so who makes this, right? This is made by a company called Vercel, and this is what I tried to do yesterday, and I kept getting. So Vercel is kind of like a competitor, and again, this happens again because I'm logged in. So we have to go incognito so we could show the site when I'm not logged in. So here's Vercel. Vercel is like a competitor to Amazon AWS. They're basically a full stack technology that allows you to have pre-made APIs. They've developed something called Next.js, so it allows you, I don't want to get too complicated, but it allows you to use JavaScript as both your front end and your back end, so you don't need PHP and Python. It works with your databases and all that stuff. And in fact, Groove.ai is built on Vercel. It's and many people use it. It's a fantastic platform. But you don't need to know much of that other than the next thing here. They created V0, and there's two other things I want to let you know about. If you're at all familiar with Tailwind, Tailwind is basically the leading framework for CSS. It's a wrapper for CSS that allows you to code easier. Instead of having to do all the padding and all these things with CSS, you can just use more natural language. So that's all we're going to say there. And then we're going to talk about the king of user interfaces. that's just blowing up. It's like the developer's dream. This came out a couple of years ago. It got purchased by Vercel, and after they purchased it from Vercel, they've integrated it into V0, and that's why I'm going to show you this is insane. Now, if I were to do Groove.ai again, likely I probably would have used Shad, SHADCN.com over Mantine. You could argue which one is better. You really can. Mantine comes with these great different component library. As you can see down here, they'll give you a link. This is what we use. So you're going to see our UI looks very similar to this because our components come right from here. And you go here and you get your code and you paste it in, et cetera, right? And it's important that I'm showing you the way that these things had to be done in the past so that you could see what can be done now. ShadCN, if you're a technical person that's interested, go watch some YouTube videos on it. You're going to see why it's completely changed the world. Obviously, you have things like light mode and dark mode that can be changed at any time. You can also see that they have themes, and this stuff is just so gorgeous. It's kind of like sad that well, look, Mantine does the same thing, but you can literally change your theme just like this, and you can go dark mode and light mode, blue, green, orange, customize, and then you could change the font, the main font, the secondary font, the third font, all of these different things. It's absolutely insane. With just a click of a button, you're seeing the, see this is square. I know it's hard to see because it's gray, but watch how rounded this gets. So you can, but what's interesting about this is global. So I'm going to tie this into Groove Pages in just a minute. Imagine you were in Groove Pages and you were able to control your main font and your secondary font. You were able to control the main colors of your website. Let's do this. Let's go and get my color picker here. And let's get this. Okay. And is that in my, yeah, okay. So now that I've got my color picker, I can click customize. And do they give me a custom code? I'm not going to get too carried away with it if I don't see the custom code. So I'm sure there is. Let's just forget that for now. Let's just say I wanted to use a similar pink here. All right, great. We have all of these different pre-made components that come with it. So you've got alert bars, dialog bars, avatars, calendars, everything that you would need. And then it's once you choose your color, you can develop your software around it. But hey, big deal, right, Mike? Why are you showing me this? I really don't understand. It's cool if I'm a tech person, but I'm not. Okay, because now that we go back to Vercel v0.com, the first thing in your document here, v0.com. It's free to play with, but then you got to put a credit card, and I think it's like $20 a month or something. I'm not sure. So watch what I can do now. Ready? Make me a pricing table for Groove.ai, my SaaS platform. And you notice I'm basically talking to it like I would ChatGPT, right? I need 3 columns. I need the middle column to be the most popular that stands out with a drop shadow. Right. What else might we say? I need 5 rows in the left. I need 10 rows. Let's do 7 rows or features in the middle, and I need 10 features on the right. So we're going to make that features. Put a blue check box next to the feature, and I'll just leave it like that for now. And then I'm going to say, make the pricing from left to right 99, 199, and 299. All right. Now, I'm going to go with speed instead of quality. Why? Because we are public and it will make it faster, right? But if I was probably using this for my UI, I would use quality. Ready, everybody? If you're not looking, stop what you're doing, put your phones down, watch the magic happen. Let's go. Submit. Look at this. It is now making these columns here for me. You're seeing it spinning, so it'll take a little time. Look at that. Okay. Not necessarily the way that I wanted the check boxes there. Here's another one here where they're blue. And again, this is called V0 because this is version 0. It allows you to quickly copy look, it made up Starter, Pro, and Enterprise. I wonder if it went to Groove.ai and actually looked at that's our pricing at Groove.ai, right, Donna? Or the original names that we told the users. Or did it just
That is
come
correct. Those are the original.
Yeah. Now, obviously, it came up with fake features, right? This is called V0. Now, you're going to notice it also gave me 3 iterations. It's like Midjourney giving you 3 different images. So I can say, hey, do I like that one? Now, I'm going to just make my browser a little bit smaller here. No, it doesn't quite work, so I'll leave it at 100%. Let's go to the middle version. Okay, not bad. It did something like this. Let's see here. And this is the 3rd version. To be quite frank with you guys, I like this one. Okay, it seems to have followed what I wanted. The most popular one right here has a drop shadow and it's popping out. But now watch this. Ready? When I click over here, you're going to see this is where it iterates. So if I tell it to do anything, I'll get a new version, but I could always go back to the previous version. So they got this little thing called pick and edit. Watch this. Make this button blue and make it bounce on hover, and on hover make the color reverse. White text, black text on white button. All right, so I'm going to iterate. I got a little error. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but let's see if it made it for me. This is the 1st version, 2nd version. There's the blue button. You can see it, but it says the result could not be found. It may have been deleted or never existed. Let's just go back. Again, I'm just going to just make this one a little bit easier because look, it's technology sometimes. Oh, and I want the center one, right? So let's just say, make the button blue and bounce on hover. Let's just do that. Update. Okay. We didn't get a bug this time, so it's regenerating. There we go. Ah, look at that. All right, now it's bouncing a little bit too crazy, but you see that? I was now able to say, make this this button hover. Now I could actually do this. Let's see if I can take this entire cell like this, and I could say, convert this column to dark mode. Oh, I'm doing that in the wrong area. I have to click here, and type it here. All right, because that means iterate. Now, I've never done anything like that before. So it didn't follow that that one perfect. Oh, it did. It did. It threw the style sheet there. Look at that, Don. Isn't that freaking amazing? Like I literally just said, make this column in dark mode. It messed up this text. Not a big deal. You could go back and you could fix that stuff. I got my button blue on hover. It bounces, and I've created a pricing table. But it doesn't end there. I can adjust the fonts, right? The border radiuses, you know, these things here, as you can see, if you're looking right here, I can take care of there, all those different things, because this is using ShadCN. It is also responsive for tablet and mobile. You can view it full screen, like it's like it gives you a little pop out to see what it would actually look like. And furthermore, you can look at the code, and you get many different versions of the way that you could use this code. Number one, you could click copy and paste it right into your CLI. It gives you the JavaScript version, the CSS, and the layout. And then this is the most important thing right here, again, because it's ShadCN, Tailwind, and Vercel. They now give you this little thing. You install one thing one time into your code, and then now, instead of having to paste all of this code, V0 gives you a unique string identifier. I could just copy this, go into my code editor, right? Let's just say I was in a file right now. All I'd have to do at the top of the file is just put that line like that, and then it would automatically wrap all of my code. Now, again, most of you don't understand that. Either do I. I just watch some videos, and I know that as a developer, you don't have to put this code in. You can put that line in, and it'll automatically convert your HTML into these gorgeous different things here. So that is one version there. Let's play around with it and create a new one. Let's see, new generation. Let's take a look and see if we can create a hero section for my SaaS platform, Groove.CM, and also have a nav bar. Use dark mode. Okay. Again, I'm on speed, not quality. If we were on quality, it would really understand my prompts even more. You could probably imagine this is using ChatGPT 3.5, and the quality would be ChatGPT 4.0 or something along those lines. But we're using the speed version, so you know, it's still doing a pretty decent job. And let's go into desktop mode.
Hey, Mike, Nabi has a question. Could you feed an existing code into VO and ask it to replicate a program?
No, it's I don't think so. It's just basically a type to user interface, but I got something even better. Well, not necessarily even better, because he wants a specific thing. Let me say this. I forgot who asked that because the name went off, but
Nabi.
Nabi. Yeah, if you're using ShadCN already, then you should be able to just do that with just normal ChatGPT, or even GitHub Copilot in your Microsoft Visual Studio Code. The other thing I will tell you that you can do is if you are written in a different framework that's using a different type of CSS, you can say, convert this to ShadCN and Tailwind, and it'll rewrite it, and then you could use it any way that you want. All right, so here's our first one. The button. Now I could literally take this stuff right here, and I could iterate and say center these buttons, right? Here's another version, and here's another version. Now the beautiful thing is it just puts placeholder images. This is about just getting the UI over for you to use, and it's your first version. It's V0. It's a great way to start. But let me show you one other cool thing, Donna, that I think you'll like this. Let's go to log into Groove. And let's go into here. And let me open up these things here. Let's close this one. All right. Let me do this. And I'm going to go like this and take this container right here, because that's all we can fit in the screenshot on my screen. All right, let's make my screen a little bit back to normal. Let's go to this little thing here, start a new generation, and watch this. replicate this. Now, understand, I can say in there, when you drop down, this needs to do this. When this drops down, it should have these choices. But we could always iterate on that later. Let's just let it get the first one out of the way. So for this one, I'm going to go to quality and hit submit. And I believe it's going to go a little bit slower. But this is a little bit more complex. Now it's going to look like crap when it first starts, and then when it's done, it's going to go throw a final layer of a style sheet on there. It's like a new way to mock up. Like if you're a software developer or somebody, and again, you can use it for websites, you could use it for funnels. It's a great way to make a prompt to somebody that's doing your work and say, make it look more like this, right? So now I don't know if that is done. Let's see. Okay, let's start with the first one, go into a mobile view and see. Okay, so it gave me a drop down, and now I would click on that and say, in this drop down, add the following, right? But you kind of get that, right? Here's my knowledge base. It's a button, right? I could have said that, have that be blue, but you can do different codes with it. Here's my knowledge base, my presets. Select an option, right? The temperature, it's the fonts are a little bit too big, but it actually picked up on most of this stuff here. And then the rest I could go through with iteration. All right. Now, what I would probably recommend is I would probably do these one at a time and just build out each section one at a time rather than all of them. But I'm still pretty impressed that it was able to replicate that UI. All right, so that there is V0. Let's try one more thing here. Let's go here and create. Let's use on speed here. Create me a login page. Allow the user to sign in with Google. Make sure to have make sure to have a way for them to sign up if they are not a member, and a way to deal with forgot password. Right? I'm being very vague. I don't want to say, make the forgot password underneath. I'm just telling it what to do, and it's going to now create my login page widget. And again, it's pulling these components out of the ShadCN user library. Look at that, sign in with Google right there. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? And it gives you different versions, just like that. And
it's pretty familiar.
Yeah, right. It's nice that even for us as a software company, I want our developers to understand that, like, if they want something out of the component library from ShadCN, that they can do it and do their first version iteration here. I'm going to do the last one here, and then we're going to move on. But because I'm trying to give you some use cases now that you might be able to understand. We did the hero image, the pricing chart. Let's do this. Create me an opt-in form for my funnel. Put it in a block section with an image on the right. Ask for name, email, phone number, and make email mandatory. And at the bottom, say, we respect your privacy, and make the CTA button say, download free report. All right, Let's just see that. All right, that's building our little opt-in section here, just the way that I told it to do it. Name, email, phone number here. Let's see this one here. Same thing. And now I could go back and say, hey, you know, put name, email, all in the same line. But it looks like it'll automatically do that for you.
Hey, Mike.
Responsiveness. Yes.
I'm surprised it took this long, but Peter came with the question that I knew was coming. Can we use what you're demonstrating here to design our funnels and pages and import them into Groove?
Yeah, so that's exactly, Peter, where we were going next. So the answer is no. The short answer is no. All right, but we had a meeting on this yesterday because if you look at this, V0 API. I want to put, and they have an API documentation. I think I could just literally find it at the bottom of the website. I think the problem is, again, that I'm logged in. So let's see. So here's their documentation. As you can see, it gives us an API key. So we can build and import this user interface into our software and build around it. So here's what we would want to imagine. Imagine that you will have Groove, and you'll have two different choices. It'll be, we're not going to use a term like legacy builder, right? We're just going to call it, you know, Groove pages. And then when you're out at the beginning of the site, you're going to have something that's called, you know, build with AI. Or if you were to click pages and you click on new page and this comes up, there'll be something else here that says build with AI. And then what's going to happen is you'll be able to do everything that I just showed you right in here. But once you're done, and you'll be able to iterate on it, but not with this, you will have the text box and you say, make this bigger, make this bigger. And then when you're done, there'll be a little button up here that says convert to Groove page. And then once that's done, you'll no longer be able to iterate with AI, but you would have been able to have built everything there and build it with AI. But one of the things I wanted to show you that I think was really important was this. When we were back at ShadCN, what I want to do is eventually build all of our new blocks with ShadCN and have all of the new templates and everything built like we see here. And then these blocks here, right? That we have. This is interesting. That's more SaaS, but let's just go to themes. Imagine we created an entire library that you're seeing here like this that are just more generic like this. And then you had something for your entire site that you said, I want my site to be black and white, but reverse like this. I want to choose my my font color to be green because that's my. So in other words, you'll be able to change everything in your entire website, everything, every page, everything, all with one touch of your font, your secondary font, your main color, your secondary color, if you want light theme or dark theme, or do it by page or by website. And that's what I would envision. And then we simply wrap our drag and drop around that. So I think that will be the future. And the last thing I want to let you know is there's a company that sort of does this right now for Webflow, but with no iteration. All right. Okay, it's called Relume. All right. So let me show you this company here. In fact, it's probably better I go to my history. And we look up Relume. And that thing with the girl there was a girl saying that she takes cold showers and what it does for her blood, in case that looked a little risque. That's not what that was. All right, so here is Relume. And so we're going to take this video and we are going to put it into Safari. And let's watch the demo here.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know. So first on the list.
Have you heard of Relume? It's an AI-based website builder tool that helps you to generate content and even why.
So what happens is we have a GPT inside of Groove.ai that when you're in there, it basically builds out your website, and it tells you you need these pages. And let me just see if I have it here. Oh, brand site architect. All right. So the way that this one does is it's first generation, right? It simply says, hey, you need these websites. And then in these websites, let's say your homepage, it now says you need a hero section, blah, blah, blah. And then it tells you the sections you need, and it tells you how to lay them out. And then it tells you what the copy should be. Well, what Relume does is the following. And let's just watch this. I'm going to skip through different sections.
But
we'll
in this video, I'm going to
pretty
try
quickly.
to use it for a real client project to see what it outputs. So far, I have been pretty hesitant in using AI tools to generate whole websites for client projects because
we get
most
it.
of the
Let's
time
go to
they
how it
go to
works.
the next step. That is what
I'll
Relume
give this
AI
link
has done.
to
So
Donna,
that's why I
in case you
think
guys
that
wanna
this
watch it
tool
later.
is the
She'll
first
paste
one
it for
that
you.
actually helps you to save time while not taking away your job and delivering very boring,
Blah, 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 blah,
generic.
blah.
And I'm just going to start with giving it
Okay.
a prompt.
So this starts with a prompt. Now, what's the difference between this and V0? Is this creates the UI, but you cannot iterate on it. And it doesn't even give you the CSS, the JavaScript, nothing. You can only export it to Figma as images or to Webflow as CSS, which is still pretty cool, by the way.
The website that I'm going to try to build here is a portfolio website for a friend of mine that has a film making business. So he makes videos, short form videos, photography, does social media, all of that. Okay, let's get started. All right, so I'm
doubling the
providing
speed
it
a
with
little
a
bit.
prompt now. Let's see what happens when I click generate. Okay, let's skip the video for now. Oh, and now it's already here. But how many pages do I want? That's kind of hard to know because the whole reason I'm using this tool is to give me input on what the content should be. So I don't know how many.
So basically what it said right here is, here's your home page, but then it's saying, do you want to generate a sitemap? So it only created one page so far. And that homepage should have a navigation bar, a hero section, how it works, features, CTA, blog, and a footer, right? And then it's saying there's page 2 and page 3. But before I continue, how many pages do you want? And so you can say, I want 5 pages, and you click generate, and then the following
Pages I need. So I don't know about this, giving it a number. I want the tool to tell me. Let's try 5 pages for now. We have home, we have contact, we have some services. That should be fine. I'm going to click generate and see what happens. Oh, that's interesting.
So now it's building
this is
out the
live,
sitemap.
by the way. I'm not speeding this up. Okay, so now it has generated a new homepage. There was already a version before, but now there's a new one. Then we have all of these pages. So it did create an About Us page. Oh, the 3 services, it separated it, which is great. Then we have portfolio and projects, and we also have a blog. I'm not really a fan of the blog. I think I can delete that later. So for now, I'm just going to click on continue generating pages. Oh, you need an account. All right, let's sign up to get an account. Okay, I have logged in and it's now using AI to generate all of these pages. This is real time, by the way. Okay, that is interesting. Let me zoom in a little bit so we can all see what's happening. So this is already helpful. I'm using the free version. I haven't paid for anything. But this already gives me some ideas to know what I should design in Figma. I'm going to delete something. Let's see if we can edit something. I don't want the blog. I already know my...
I think we get some of this because it's an 18-minute video, right? As much as you might be like falling in love with this like a cinematic movie, I want to keep this moving because we gave you the link if you want to watch it later. So I'm going to skip ahead and try to get this done in the next 3 minutes.
Let's now switch to the wireframe and let's see what's happening.
Okay. I'm going to go back 10 seconds. This is important. So all it's done right now is create the sitemap and then the blocks, right? It basically says for the video production page, you need a nav bar, a header, etc., etc. For your photography page, you need this. So it created the skeleton of the website. It created the sitemap and the sections. Once you click wireframe, it then restarts the process with AI and will literally start going, add an image, add the text, and it's actually going to build out all of that stuff that you just saw me doing with V0. If it's a hero section, it builds the hero section. So watch this, pretty cool stuff.
Now, let's now switch to the wireframe and let's see what's happening. Okay, it's gonna start with the home page. Can we zoom in a little bit? Oh, yes, we can. That's interesting. Let's see what's happening. Oh, it also does copywriting, as you can see. Captivating video and photo production for the automotive industry. Super interesting. And it's still generating text. So I have to be honest, it's pretty cool what you get because this is a great starting point for your design. Of course, it's not the most interesting looking design, but it gets you started on what you can add to the homepage of a website like this. Let's see, we have the portfolio section here. Let's see what we can customize. Oh, you can, for example, change the columns. That is pretty nice.
That's nice.
Replace component. Okay, let's click that. Oh, and now we get other suggestions, other designs. So let's say for video, what do we need? Well, I think something like this will be cool. So then you have a video, but you already see the next video coming through. You can navigate right here. I'm going to find another testimonial design. I think this is good enough for this portfolio website. I know he's not going to send out a newsletter, so I'm just going to delete that. And let's see if it also updates inside of the sitemap if we switch back. And yes, it also updated it in the sitemap, which is pretty cool. So we can share this to our clients. But for some reason, I only have one page. Upgrades to view the wireframe. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is where the free plan ends, which is fine. I mean, it's already useful. Maybe sharing one wireframe with your client is not as useful. Of course, you want to have all of the wireframes, but just sharing the sitemap already can be cool. Let's see what happens when I click on share, and I'm going to copy this link and open it in incognito. So let's say that I want to send this to my client.
I apologize. I haven't been paying attention for the last minute. Maurice, I'm going to boot you. You know, Donna, just boot him out of here. I don't like the attitude. Maurice, you know how to reach me? Reach me. I put my phone number. I made it public. You're just being a distraction. I don't like the all caps. Where Donna's being very, very polite to you, and you're just being impolite, and you're ruining it for me. And when you upset me, I'm not going to be as happy to put on a good attitude here for everybody. So I'm going to pretend it never happened and move on, but you're getting booted. All right, everybody, we're going to keep moving.
Let's see. Okay, they can view the sitemap, and then what happens? Okay, the client can also not see that. So that's not really a nice experience. I would say maybe
all right, so let's just move now to, let's see. It looks like it's creating a pricing table here. Or no, that's their pricing. Let's go to how you export. Let's see. Does he have anything that says export? Yeah. Okay. As you can see, I skipped ahead, but we're in a new application right now. It's hard for you to see, but up here it says Figma. So you're in Figma, and it basically
a lot better
exports
than
everything
most
to
beginner
Figma.
websites out there.
Let me see
all of these templates.
if there's anything.
There's still my original artboard is still in the back.
Let me do this. Reloom to Webflow. And that's a sponsor. Okay. Webflow tutorial here. Web design with Reloom and Webflow. Okay. So we know what it does now.
How AI optimizes my schedule. This meeting got canceled. Hooray. We didn't really want to go.
In this course, we're going to be
really wants me to look into that product that keeps showing up. All right, so design the website, wireframes in Relume. Then you're doing something here in Figma, and then at a certain point, you can move that from Figma to Webflow. So whatever the case is, there's a workflow.
For example, we've
that
made
does
some
that.
change.
So what we're trying to do, what we want to do, imagine our goal will be to, for Groove Pages, is, Groove Pages is pretty solid. It can use, a couple of different features. It's just, am I zoomed in too much here? I'm really zoomed in a lot. It could use a couple of new features, but what I really think, and I think you'll all agree with me, is, let me see, somebody's giving me a tip here. You can use the Brave browser, then you will not have to have any ads on YouTube. No ads work well. Yeah, or I could just log in. I'm just too lazy. If I log into my main account, I could do that too. So I do apologize. In the future, I think I'm logged in. I think even when I log in as a company, I see it. But my personal account has no ads. So, but thank you for the Brave browser thing. The thing is, just so you know, I'm using this thing here. I'll show you in a second. I think it's this. Where are you? I'm using this, right? And this is where my audio comes from. So this is my microphone. This is Google Chrome, Safari. So these are different things where it could get audio from my computer. And if I do StreamYard, as you're seeing here, StreamYard already has audio, so I can't use Google Chrome. And so I have to put everything into Safari. And that's why I'm using the Safari browser whenever you guys need to hear a video, and I'm not logged into my normal YouTube account there. So that's why that happens. In fact, yeah. All right. So was I doing everything in Safari, those last videos? I hope, and not in Chrome. Well, Donna would have told me that you guys didn't hear it. Okay, cool. All right. So here's what I see is the future for Groove.cm. As we said, we have some really exciting things happening at the end of June, early July. That's going to move to a new chapter for Groove. As I said, infer what you want with that. It's some really, really exciting stuff that's going to help us accelerate. All right, and truly compete with the monsters out there that have development teams of 250 plus people. What I envision now with AI is to say, okay, this is Groove Pages, this is good, but the future is what you saw with Relume, is we will build a Relume type of engine. Let me just put my face on here. We'll build an engine like you saw with Relume, where you say, okay, I want to build a website for a plumber or a roofing company, and it'll say, great, these are the pages that you'll need, and these are the blocks that need to go on each page. And then it'll just create it with AI just like that. And then you'll move to the next section, which is you'll go from the sitemap to the wireframe. And then the wireframe will literally just with AI build all of that stuff with an API from V0 with Vercel. It'll just build all of that. And then when you're done, we might even just leave the AI editing in there where you say insert another column and then build a builder on top of that works like you see here, where once it's built, you'll simply just have your ability to come in here and change things. But I'm getting to the point now where I think that these panels are becoming less and less necessary if you have something that looks like this. If the padding and everything is set where you're changing the radius here across the entire website, and you can do this, there's a lot less need for a full style editor. We'll still put it there, but honestly, the better way to do it is literally to just click right here and iterate and say, make this column responsive or add. We'll probably, of course, still add something in here where if you want to go in and change a button color and all those different things, add background images, sure. But I do think that what you saw with Relume, there is what I would call a V0 app as well. Relume isn't like, hey, they're not building a drag and drop editor. They're not building blocks and templates. They're basically saying, hey, this is your prototype. Start with your prototype. and then export that to Figma and Webflow. And then you have a whole nother job to do with Webflow and a Figma editor. Excuse me. You have to do publishing and all that. We already have a publishing engine. We already have the ability to do sitemaps and pages. So all we have to do is pull that API into this canvas and then wrap the ability to do additional styling on top of it using Tailwind and ShadCN, and it would basically essentially be a Groove Pages 2.0. Is this will always be there? It's the legacy. You can do it, but if you want to go and create a new page with the AI builder or a brand new website, likely I won't have these two things integrated. It'll either be use the previous version, which is still awesome and has all those pre-made blocks, but being able to rapidly prototype and build something and then go in later and take a black and white section like this and then say, okay, now I want to add a background image. Yeah, you could do that. So tell me your thoughts on that, guys. Is that something that you would like to see a new generation? I'm not going to build it on top of the current Groove Pages. It just doesn't make sense. It's a different framework. I have an API that uses Tailwind, ShadCN, and a Vercel V0. And so I think that look at how gorgeous this is. Imagine just being able to do what you just saw with Reloom, and then you'll still have component libraries, right? Libraries. It sounds like I'm saying libraries. You will still have all of these different blocks that are here. There's many different themes out there. This is just SaaS, but there's an entire community. Trust me when I tell you that shows that you have not just SaaS things. You can actually have everything that's needed for an entire website, plus all of these additional components. So it's pretty cool. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Truly, this is exciting to see how things can fit together. Let's see. Is that web builder still using Vue.js progressive framework? Ours? Yes. So just so you know, Vue is just a JavaScript like React, or it doesn't matter. The proprietary thing in Groove is actually this. Like if you go and you look and if I turn the code on here and we go and we look at the code, you're seeing all of these things in here that we had to build. GG component. And that might mean, so we had to build these things that basically say, when you click here on this component, add this thing here that allows you to drag, right? And so we had to build on top of Vue.js, but it doesn't matter if it's React with TypeScript, or Vue.js, or Next.js, or what's the other one by Microsoft, starts with an A. React versus Angular. Yeah, that's the Microsoft one, Angular. None of that really matters. That's just JavaScript. That has really nothing to do with, oh, you should have used this, you should have used that. They're just different frameworks. What we have to do is we have to build a framework on top of it that creates the GP component, Groove Pages component. See, all of these different things is a drag and drop engine that we put on top that allows us to do styling and all of these different things. So we would simply layer that on top of ShadCN instead of Vue.js. And ShadCN uses, I know it's Tailwind for CSS. And let me just see one little question. We're going to move on. This is stuff that really doesn't concern you, but it's just to answer this question. Is ShadCN built on React? Actually, let's do this. Okay, yeah. So ShadCN is built on React, which is awesome, and it also uses Tailwind. And now it's owned by Vercel, and they have V0. So with that API, something like this would have been a dream. But I honestly would have said, this is just too much of a focus takeaway from Groove right now. It's cool, but like that's a brand new startup to do something like that. But then you see that there's ShadCN purchased by Vercel, and then they create V0 and create a user interface, and then create an API. Okay, we can build this like very, very quickly, and then wrap a drag and drop builder around it. So that's going to be the future. That is not something that we're going to do without the quote unquote next chapter of Groove, right? We need some significant investment and injection for us to really go to the next level. We have a whole pipeline that happens when that goes through, and so that's why we said exciting stuff to come from Groove. All right, so that we're going to leave right there. That wraps up the first hour. I think that was a pretty cool first hour on Groove, and now I'm just going to go through some different things here, and we'll see where we end up today. All right, so let's see here. Wrong person. That's just scrolled right when I was clicking. It'll be cool that Groove build a landing page GPT similar to what HubSpot and Custom GPT. Yeah, exactly. What we're going to be doing is building an engine behind that does that. All right. So Groove pages components. All right. Thanks. I have better understanding. Okay. Peter says anything that makes life easier will be welcome with open arms. Right. Yeah. And again, folks, we got to remember AI is the world of shiny object syndrome. There is so much that's going on. What we really have to understand is, what do we want to do? What do we want to achieve? What the end goal is all that matters. What is the promised land? You want to get a good blog up that gets SEO, right? You want a funnel that converts. So what's happening right now is a lot of cool tools are coming out very, very quickly, and some of them go out of business overnight. And because of what ChatGPT is doing, and then you're forced to pivot. And I'm really proud of what we did with Groove.AI, just kind of like surfing the wave, because I could tell you there would have been about 5 different times in the last year that we would have released something and I would have said, oh my God, ChatGPT just did this. The last 4 months that we just spent building this on LangChain and LangGraph, it's now better with ChatGPT. We have to scrap all that and go here. And so I've taken the bet that ChatGPT is going to do exactly what I said they were going to do. And they didn't, and they didn't, and they didn't, but they promised and they promised, and they showed their cards. And I was like, I still think it's coming. They're leaning on it. And I thought there was going to be a developer conference in May, and then they dropped this thing the other day. And I was like, okay, they gave me everything I wanted. They did it better than the way I wanted. And on top of that, they did more, and they made an omni model. And so now we're going to be able to go back into Groove.ai and make it the platform that we believe that it can be. The original dream was to create an everything app, but now like everything in images can be done with Groove. I mean natively with ChatGPT for Omni. Now, are we ever going to create a tool like I'm going to show you here with Adobe Firefly and a music generator? No, these things are free anyway. And if they do all of these different things, and there's Midjourney and all of these different things, we are being focused at Groove. What we want to be, and we have a brand new user interface coming that's going to make this look a lot cleaner. Right now, it's just projects and stuff. I'm talking about the main dashboard. The rest of this stuff here is nice. What we are focused on is mainly content creation for direct response. Groove is to do everything pretty much that you see right here. Your blogs, your emails, your headlines, subject lines, bullet points, sales letters, VSLs, and either convert for SEO or convert for direct response. And that's going to be our focus, so that teams can collaborate, schedule, write their emails, have a place where their teams can come and collaborate and do all of those things. Are we ever going to create something that Hollywood uses for movies? No, that's outside of our lane, outside of our purview. We'll have images, of course, and when they release Sora video, we'll have video. We're going to have all those different things that come from the model, but it's going to be for the purpose of a content creator, right? So Just for having fun, we're going to move on here. Some other things here. Just looking here. I really love the idea of being able to build a whole site fast. Yeah, especially from a prototype point of view. There's Locify Figma plugin that helps those designers in their web. Yep, exactly. There's so that's becoming a new big thing nowadays, is getting designs from Figma into things like Webflow. And one day, look, we'll maybe even create a plugin for Figma where you can design things in Figma or use tools that export to Figma and then import into the Groove Pages canvas. It's on the Trello cards, folks. It's on the Trello cards, but obviously we had different things in the last year with refactoring of the code squared. All right, so where we are right now is GROQ. Now, I want you to understand that there's a difference between GROQ and GROK. All right. Dustin Poirier hints to retirement. Interesting. So Grok with a K is the one that nobody uses. I'm just sorry, Elon Musk. You're like number 10. But you're slow. You're cool. What I love about Elon Musk is he was just there's something going on in France, and he spoke yesterday, and he said something simply this: his mission is for his AI to speak the truth. And there was a British guy and said, I don't understand. What do you mean by the truth? Are you saying that OpenAI is not true? And he says, no. It's the mistake of understanding, he says, using the words of your truth and my truth. He says there's only one truth, and those truths are based on facts. And the guy says, well, there's different perspectives in the world. And he says, yes. And he says, can you give an example? And he said, yes. Let me give you an example. Google Gemini was asked this question: what would be worse? What would be worse? Me misgendering Caitlyn Jenner and calling her Bruce Jenner, or a thermonuclear war that wipes out civilization? And Google Gemini said misgendering Caitlyn Jenner would be worse. And when Elon Musk said that, I said, are you kidding me? Then I went and I found that it was true, and Google got a ton of heat about it. And he said, now look, he said, that is not something that anybody believes is true, right? And he says, and all that simply is, it's an overcorrection of, where they say we have to align the models, and they overaligned. And then he gave the examples of when he said, make me a picture of George Washington. It made it black. They said, make me a picture of Nazis, and they made them Asian women, and it was just overcorrection for diversity. It was well intended, but it was overcorrected. And so, Elon Musk is basically saying, hey, the truth may hurt sometimes, but ours is going to be is not going to be leaned towards any ideology. But hey, look, I applaud that with Elon Musk. I think you can go too far on both ends, but I think if that's the only goal that Elon Musk is doing, is to become the DuckDuckGo of AI, I think that he's going to get left in the dust. Now, I'm not counting him out, because he owns Twitter. He has access to a lot of data. He has a lot of information on the world through Tesla video cameras and stuff, but they're just not really in the game. So the reason why I brought them up is, if you hear me say Grok and you're like, yeah, that's Elon Musk's, that's Grok with a K, okay? I'm referring to a different Grok. I'm referring to a Grok with a Q, GROQ.com. This is a company that has developed a microchip that works only for language models, and they are really fast. So let me give you an example. This is Llama 3, their largest model, 70 billion parameters. This is essentially like ChatGPT 4.5 Turbo. So let's write this here. Let's do a side-by-side. We're going to say, write me a very long blog post on Tailwind CSS. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And somewhere in here, I have these things that quickly divide up my screen, and I download those things and I never use them. So, all right, so we got them side by side, and we're going to go to ChatGPT here. And now this is ChatGPT 4.0 Turbo. ChatGPT is now available for Mac OS. Oh my goodness. They're giving it to us Diamond members, Donna. I have to do this. I have to download it. We're going to demo it today. This is fantastic. All right, let's just do a quick install. Remember yesterday I was saying they didn't give it to Enterprise? Well, they finally did. And let's replace it. All right, well, we will go into that later. Let me just, I always like to delete my little installer so we don't have all that stuff there. All right, so I'm at ChatGPT 4.0, and I'm going to do the same thing here. We're going to copy this. I'm even going to give this the head start. I'm going to start here and then go here. This was done faster than I could scroll. This did 299 tokens per second. All right. So this is still going. This one here is giving me, so let me do something not related to code. Let's start a new one. All right, and I'm using the same model. Let's do this. And we'll do the same thing here. New model, here we go. 1, 2, 3. This is done before I can scroll down, literally done before I could scroll down. All right. So why am I showing you this? Later, when we get to some documents, I'm going to show you some things. The only time you really want to be using ChatGPT 4.0 is for planning, reasoning, like if I'm going to create the sitemap for your website and the blocks and all of those different things. And, you know, at the end of the day, really good quality. But Llama 3, when you look at, you know, how well it ranks against GPT 4.0, probably for in AI automation platforms, I would say 70–80% of the things that you would do inside of a workflow. And what I mean by that is something like, the hell is the name of that? It's right here in the document. There's so many different things. Oh, FlowWise that I showed you yesterday. So let's get rid of this. So if you were to look at something like FlowWise, flow, the word flow, and then ISEAI, it's in the document. When you build out a complex workflow like this, and there's just quick things that you need to do with a GPT, you might just want to use something like Llama through Grok, because Grok has their own API, and I'm going to be putting this into Groove because there are some things that we want to speed. And so imagine being able to just get something out that's that fast. We didn't even look at ChatGPT, but we know it took a long time. They don't tell you how long it took to do it. But now on Ben Franklin, right? That's really slow. And then here, I can come over here and just do this. And done already done. Like I can't even scroll as fast as that. And they're also giving me Gemma by Google, Mixtral, and Llama 8B. Look at this. So this is giving me 1,000 tokens per second, guys. That's about 750 words per second. If I go to a faster model like Llama 3, 8 billion parameters, which is more like ChatGPT 3.5, let's start a brand new one. We're at a faster model. Watch how fast this is. This is a faster model. Oh, it's done. Done already. Like you couldn't even, like it went boop, boom, done. And if we were to do something like Mixtral, done. See, done. Just literally done. They're a little slower. They're 500 tokens per second. But what are you dealing with here? You're dealing with about 50 tokens per second here. So Grok is 10 to 20 times faster than ChatGPT, in some cases 50 times faster. So this is when we want the quality, right? The tokens are a little bit more expensive, but working in workflows or just like doing prototyping and just get an idea, using it for like a, hey, I just have a quick question. Like if I wanted to say, what is, let's just start a new one here. If I just want to know what is Coinbase and how is that different from the blockchain, right? Do I really need to watch ChatGPT paint my entire room, for 20 minutes just to give me an answer? When I could get an answer this fast, like that, and I literally get everything there. So there are uses for Grok. So I wanted to show that to you. I do tend to get carried away in these presentations, guys, and go 10, 15 minutes on something. I could go 1 minute, but I do try to not just show you something, but explain to you why do these things exist if there's ChatGPT 4.0. So my thing to you is all of these other models that are out there, Grok is implementing them into here and making them faster. So if you want me to use Gemma, Llama, and Mixtral and anything else they'll be adding, I'm just going to do it through Grok because they're much faster. All right, so I'm going to close this and we're going to go back to, what are we doing here, Snagit? Let's, where's my, oh, I guess I moved this over here. Come on. We don't need this. And this is the browser we were in, right? Yeah, so we don't need this or this. Let's leave that. We don't need this. Let's move on to some more stuff in this document. We are 1 hour, 20 minutes in. All right. So the other thing is, guys, is Claude.ai. All right. So I'm going to log in. I think I have a paid account with Claude. I think I might not. I might have used a burner card just to try it. So what is Claude? Claude is arguably the, when you listen to people like Matt Wolf, they say I use Claude. I don't use ChatGPT when they want to do their content. But again, that was before ChatGPT 4.0. There's something called LLM ELO. Let me find the website for you. LLM leaderboard. It's called Chatbot Arena. So you could Google LLM ELO leaderboard or Chatbot Arena. And this website right here tells you where everybody is, the current, that can't be. ChatGPT is not there. Let me just see. Is this actually true? Let's see, latest detailed versions here. And this you can compare language model. Okay, all right, never mind. This is where you can find out who's the fastest leaderboard. And in chess, when you play against different people, the better you do, you get what's known as an ELO rating. And the higher person you beat and all these different things. So this uses the ELO formula to find out who's best. So right now, ChatGPT 4.0 is the best at 1287, beating ChatGPT Turbo at 1252. Gemini by Google, 1248. This is statistically insignificant. This is 1248, 1287. You're getting into the point where this is subjective, okay? Claude 3 Opus, that's the one I just showed you right here, right? So now this is now in third place because these are, see, it says second place, because 1252 and 1248 is statistically insignificant. They're technically tied. There's not enough data to say categorically that it's a better model. It's like doing split tests. It doesn't have the confidence to say definitely the better model when it's that close. But here we know this is first place. So Claude is in third place. ChatGPT 4, let's see, never heard of this. So here's Llama 3. They're at 1200. Claude Sonnet, their smaller model. Google Bard, Gemini, which is now Gemini Pro. And you can go all the way down. And the way that this works is when you ask for a prompt, it'll give you two different answers. And then you choose, I like this one versus, and it might be this model going against this model. And then it uses that. And so if I say vote, let's take a look. Where do I type it? Here? No. Oh, here. Okay. Who is Ben Franklin? So if you want to know why I'm showing you this is the technology that I use to say, if somebody says, Mike, are you ever going to add this model? And I see it in, position 33, I'm like, no, like there's no reason to. All right, so what's happening here? I'm not as concerned about the speed, but maybe that's important to me, that one is faster. So I'm going to vote here. I'm going to tell you, Ben Franklin was one of the founding fathers of the United States. It gave me his date of birth. I like that. Here are some key facts, and it instantly goes into bullet points. Interesting. Is that what I want? Or do I want that it gives me more of a blog post about him? He also invented the lightning rod bifocals. I honestly think, I'm going to be frank with you guys, I like Model B a little bit better. It's more of the way that I would want my answer. So I could say both are bad, tie, B is better, A is better. We're going to go with B is better. And look at this. I took ChatGPT 4 Turbo over Claude 3 Sonnet, which is what I was just showing you right here. So that's a way that you can do 10 or 15 tests and pit the two models against each other and say, I only want to test these models. And at the end, it'll tell you which one you liked better. All right. So moving away from that.
What I like about that, Mike, is that it allows for the subjective differences between the softwares. Like people just have preferred choices of the way things are delivered to them. And rather than trying to make Claude work the way you want it to, maybe using ChatGPT instead will get you the results you're looking for without it. So, even though we might say we're focusing on GPT simply because it gives us the most that we can give to our customers and with the least amount of time right now, you might find yourself using a different language model because you like it better.
Yeah, and what I really like about that chatbot arena is exactly what you said, Donna. It is subjective. There is no better obviously a really shitty model that is giving factual information that giving wrong facts, or just lying. But like when it comes to something that is, they're both truthful. Somebody might have said, Mike, honestly, I like the bullet points. That was what I want. I wanted the key information. Then Claude is going to tell you that you like that type of output better. So that's the beautiful thing is there's all these different benchmark tests. Like every single time one of these companies come out, they're like, our benchmark shows we're better than ChatGPT. It's like, based on what? Like the humans say what they like better when they read a blog post. And so this puts the more of a subjective approach than an objective approach. And I agree with you 100% there, Donna. And that's a good place for people to go to compare models side by side to see, oh, well, I actually think this writes more in my style, right? This one's too verbose. This one is not technical enough, et cetera, et cetera. Like you saw the difference when I asked about Tailwind. ChatGPT gave you examples of code. Llama didn't. Llama just told you what it was. All right, so moving on. Let's go to this one. This one, guys, you're going to like. This is called AI Test Kitchen .withgoogle.com. Can somebody just tell me what the hell's going on with Google? I mean, they come out with Google Bard. Then they have a product that they're going to call Flash, and then Duet, and then they change it to Gemini. But the open source version is Gemma. And they've got 3 different models there. And then in order to find it, there's AI Test Kitchen with Google. But if that's just for these experimental things, and then if you want to actually use Google Gemini, I don't even know what to platform. Where is that? And so that is called, and I'll put it on the document. Oh my God, they're so stupid. All right, Gemini.google.com. Okay, this is yet another one. This is not what I'm looking for. All right, so I'm just going to put this here. We'll talk about that next in a second. What I'm actually talking about is for developers. So Gemini for developers. AI.google.dev. Okay, and I want to go into I want to use it like I can use platform. Okay, try it, get my API key. I think, okay, okay. See what this is called, Donna? AI Studio.google. So it's just Google, come on, really? AI Studio, they've got AI Test Kitchen, and then their app that's like ChatGPT is called Gemini.google.com. So by the way, they've got their own ChatGPT version. I'm not going to go over this, right? I mean, it's ChatGPT, it's by Google, all right? If you ask for a founding father, I think they took the images away because they embarrassed themselves with the images. Let's see. Can you make me a photo of George Washington? All right, so we're back. So it looks like, because after they got the heat that every person it made was the first president. All right, I think I just showed you not to use Google. Okay, they suck. That's George Washington. Did I do something wrong? A photo of George Washington. How did it? I'm still learning how to answer this question. Okay, this is because they trained their algorithm for 9 months to make everybody Black and Asian. If you asked them to make a picture of a white happy family, it literally told you, I'm sorry, but I cannot do that. I cannot create images that do not include diversity. And if you said, create me an image of a happy Black family, it created a picture of a Black woman with a white guy. It was just forcing diversity down, which is awesome. But at the same time, if you're asking to get a picture of a happy white family, it's telling you that that was evil. And they got beat up for it. And now they don't even have images, because they have to redo their entire thing. So that's Google. Gemini, don't use it. Now, this one, guys, is really cool. This is called Google AI Studio.google.com. Why is this important? Join the wait list. I did that already. I already get out of here. So what's important about this? Look at this. 1 million tokens. So what does that mean? By the way, they just announced 2 million tokens. You saw what it just said, join the wait list. If I apply to that, I can go to 2 million tokens. That is, that's the ability for it to not just transcribe a 4-hour movie, but actually watch every single frame of a 4-hour video. And then you can say, hey, at 1 hour and 23 minutes, what was happening? And it'll say Brad Pitt was holding a can of Coke in his hand. What happened a second later? Tom Cruise knocked it out of his hands. You know, that type of stuff. It can literally see and watch. So why is this important? Well, this token count right here means that you can attach, as you can see here, it says videos, folders, files, and audio. But what does the first one say? Videos. You can actually upload MP4 videos or even a YouTube URL, and you can have a conversation. It's not just transcribing, it's actually listening the way that ChatGPT 4.0 does, and it actually watches the video. 1 million tokens, guys, that's how many tokens I give for an entire month in Groove.ai. So that means you can put a lot of data in here, spreadsheet data, and that's why people really like Google, because ChatGPT right now is at 128,000 tokens. So this is 10x, and they just announced at their event last week that they do 2 million tokens coming soon. And that's what you just saw. It said apply for that. I don't have a need for it, but we're getting to the point where we're not going to need knowledge bases anymore. Okay. As I told you, 2 million tokens allows you to put in all of the Harry Potter series, all of the Lord of the Rings, War and Peace, The Great Gatsby, and the Bible like 4 times over, right? Like that's a lot of tokens, 2 million tokens. All right. So that's Google right there. I don't think there's much more I want to talk about that. But if you have the use where you need to crunch a lot of data in a spreadsheet, Google can handle it. All right. And this is free. And at a certain point, they're going to say, hey, you used up some credits. This is the same type of thing as what this is by OpenAI, right? Platform.openai. Let's just log in. So this is where developers can come in and where's the API? They changed some things around here. Where is my dashboard? There. Okay. All of this stuff with like the chat that I can build my assistants, all these different things that we have in here. This is Google's version of that. All right. That's what that was. All right. So let's move on. We know that we have that from Google. Let's go to the next thing. And that is, we'll put a little space here for the things that we did. We did AI Studio. We did Gemini. We want to now do AI Test Kitchen. Right? This space means that we're here right now. So when we go to AI Test Kitchen, what you're going to notice is they have a couple of cool things in the dropdown. Let's sign in. They want me to sign in. They have video effects, image effects, music effects, and test effects. We'll look into this. This is a surprise for me. Let's start with the boring one first. We're going to do image effects. So what do they do different? Well, they give you some nice little things here that could drop down, and there's an API that uses this. What's interesting is, what is this here? This is saying the way that I want the images, I guess, tiled here, and then I go this way. So let's just use this. And so we're going to say cat with a hat wearing Ray-Ban sunglasses. All right, so I can choose some things here like photorealistic, 35 millimeter film, minimal, abstract, handmade. There's more, but let's just go with 35 millimeter film. Let's try that. And now you're going to notice I got a drop down here where I can even take versions of film. And when you click create, you're going to notice it's going to add tags to a lot of different things for my next iteration, I believe. Okay, see what I mean? So now if I want to iterate on this, it gives me some of these different things here. And we would create what you asked for. We couldn't create what you asked for. Why? Google, man, I'm telling you, I don't even know what I did to upset it. I honestly don't. And so they have a new thing called Imagen 3. It's a play on Imagine. I like that. It's Imagen 3. You might want to look at some YouTube videos. That's just their version of DALL-E 3 or images. So let's just see what in the world I did wrong here. Ray-Ban. It's probably a trademark term. So let's just delete this. Wearing sunglasses. You see, Google with your copyright and all this stuff. Like this is what bothers me with AI. They get so damn sensitive over these things. We couldn't create what you asked for. Okay. A cat. AI Test Kitchen's actually pretty cool. I don't know why. Donnie, do you think Cat in a Hat sounded like Dr. Seuss and it was trademarked?
You actually asked for a cat wearing sunglasses. Cat dash wearing sunglasses. So you asked for a pair of sunglasses that a cat is wearing a cat. So just because of what you specifically, you used a dash.
Yeah, the fact, when I did the right click with Grammarly, it did that. So it should have been able to interpret that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
well, you specifically used the word cat dash wearing, which is one word. Cat wearing sunglasses. Yeah. So I'm not surprised it was confused.
Yeah. All right. So the bottom line is you can iterate on these different things, and they got some little settings here for you, and you could edit the image very similar to what I showed you yesterday. So we're just going to go like this, and I'm just going to put, where do you type? add a top hat. We get it. I should pretty much just get off this and move on. But this is something called Image Effects. It's Google's version of DALL-E 3. But they've got some other cool things that they can do. Watch some YouTube videos on it. Look, we couldn't create what you asked for. Oh, it really can't deal with a typo? My goodness, come on. If that's the case, that I had Ada and it didn't know that add a top hat was add, I'm gonna give that a big fat 0. Video effects, this is something new. Join the wait list for this, but Google just announced this the other day. This is their version of Sora. Let's go to Safari. And let me show you this. Where'd my mouse go? Okay. And I think it's called VO. And some people are saying it's better than Sora. So let's just scrub through this real fast. Hey, Google, order me some Chick-fil-A.
They said wizardry only appears in fairy tale.
All right, here we
Google just announced their new AI video generator during the Google I/O event, and it looked.
And all right, so here you can see it's at the AI Test Kitchen. So you do the same thing that you would do for images. You can see it's labs.google/video effects.
And the website gives a taste of how that will look. I'll get to that.
Okay, let's
capabilities to optimize the model
mistakes fast.
So using Gemini's multimodal capabilities to optimize the model training
everything
process,
you're seeing is actual video.
is able to better capture the nuance from prompts. So this includes cinematic techniques and visual effects, giving you.
And what Google did here is the reason why they had Daniel Glover there. Is that his name? I always get confused between Donnie Glover and Daniel Glover. But what he's making videos, music videos, and they are really catering towards filmmakers because what they are telling you to do is use Hollywood terms like a tracking shot, a drone shot, a pull-in, a center focus, all the terms that you would use, dolly zoom, they're telling you to use, so it'll actually create cinematic videos for you using Hollywood terms.
Total
and
creative
outputs.
Control.
Everybody's going to become a director, and everybody should be a director. Because at the heart of all of this is just storytelling.
By the way,
the closer we are to being able to tell each other, everybody's going to become.
That right there is unedited raw output. So it's really important that you look at everything other than Danny Glover talking or the narrator of this video is actually generated by AI.
Director, and everybody should be a director, because at the heart of all of this is just storytelling. The closer we are to being able to tell each other our stories, the more we'll understand each other.
Now let's take a closer look at these demos. We'll start with this one. It is really impressive. I'll kind of talk over it as it's.
That looks something like right out of Denis Villeneuve movie,
going since there's no sound, but this is a full 1 minute long generation. So the way it starts out is a really solid flyover shot of this kind of neon city.
So this probably said flyover shot, and they probably said something like a Blade Runner type of
buildings look really consistent. Then it speeds up and this car comes in. There is definitely some morphing and fuzziness here, but the consistency of the car is really great. And the driving physics are solid. The part that's coming up is the most impressive to me, but already the fact that it can go through these different scenes while maintaining consistency is far beyond other video models. It is definitely a little blurry and not high definition. The scene is changing really fast, like the car is speeding through it.
Some of the other important things about Google is they can do up to 60 seconds, where Sora did up to 12 seconds. And you can do very detailed long prompts. You could give like a paragraph and it will get everything that you said. So it'll iterate on. So if you say starts in a room, ends up in the west wing of the White House and walks through out onto the garden, and then this person walks up wearing a yellow hat, you could literally tell a story in over 60 seconds. Everything that you put in the prompt will happen. And Sora by OpenAI does 720p, and that you have to later upscale if you like it. This natively outputs at 1080p HD.
And then this tunnel looks cool.
Let's move on
now,
to another.
right here, when it comes out of the tunnel,
so here's a prompt.
So you can see it was pretty basic, but they prompted each part of the scene that it went through, and it.
Let me find something else next. All right. Now that looks like the Sora image. So it looks like they're taking that screenshot from Sora, and then they actually put that prompt into it. So which means, unlike Sora, with Google's VO, you can start with an image and it will start. So you could create an image with Midjourney or DALL-E, or start with your own image of you and then upload it and give a prompt about what should happen, and it'll turn that into
below Sora, but it's a big step up from the models we actually have access to. And from everything I've read, it seems like Sora will be very expensive if we ever even get access to it. So this will be the best video model we can use, which I'm really excited about. Let's check these others out. Now, this jellyfish has really solid physics and detail, although they wrote deep ocean in the prompt.
See if there's something more exciting.
Right up near the surface. This time lapse of a water lily open.
Okay, so let's
all
go
four legs are walking really
it's
accurately.
a Marlboro Man
Plus the head and
shot?
the tail movement.
Oh,
looks
wow,
really authentic.
wow. I'm gonna go back.
All four
Look at
legs
this
are
lens
walking
flare.
really accurately. Plus the
Watch
head
this.
and the tail movement
Look at
looks
that.
really authentic. Although there is still the tendency of generating things in slow motion, which happens with all video generators. Now this is a really good shot of this spaceship. Again,
A
it
little
kind of misses
boring.
part of the.
Okay, let's
ways to
go
use
forward
them.
a little bit.
All right, this kebab on
Wow.
the grill is solid. You know, the flames and smoke looking at.
Look at the flames and the fire. I wouldn't know that was AI. If you showed me that, I'd be like, what are you showing me? If you said that's AI, like,
True. Although you could
I
get
would've
something
fallen
this
off my
quality
chair.
from other video models out there. This panning shot in a mountain landscape is great. Again, this could be done with other generators. This golden retriever, on the other hand, this is an amazing shot. The tail wagging looks really natural.
pay attention to the prompt underneath it so you can see what was typed to get
And the
that.
consistency in the scene is really good. Like how you can see through these leaves a little bit on the side right at the beginning of the scene later, and looks consistent with what it showed before. That's something that's often an issue. That's where things always get the most difficult.
Wow.
This is the
wow.
only shot of a person they have in any of their demos, and it has very little movement. It followed the prompt really well, and her when she moves. I'm guessing there's issues when you generate people. The person
Right, we
walking
kinda
from
get it.
behind that was in the keynote video. So
That beach one
not
at the
really
bottom
pushing
right,
it to
I
see where the
really
limits
like.
are with that. There are a couple other videos on the site to check out.
All right. So
This
that's called
balloon-
VIO. If you want to learn more about that, that is coming to AI Test Kitchen. So click join the wait list, so you can get the email. You'll get it faster. I thought I did. I'm almost positive. And look, they got your email. I don't know why they make you fill out these things when they already have your email. And then the other one here is called music effects. Let's do that in Safari because you're not going to be able to hear it. I'm going to have to log in again, I think. Whatever. All right. So create a pop song for my mastermind for digital marketers. I'm sure if I say make it sound like Maroon 5, I'm gonna trigger it. So we're just for this generation here, I'm just gonna say generate, and let's see what comes out here. Chips help you explore other ideas. So I guess these drop downs are called chips. All right, I had some things down here I could have put like R&B, violins, and okay. All right, here's our music. Do we have words? All right, let's try this one over here. All right, let's try this. Have lyrics and sing. So let's see what happens next. And then we'll be done with this. I think you get it. It generates music. And it's not my favorite. The two good ones out there we're going to show you in just a minute are called, let's see, does it sing? So it looks like this just makes music, which is not bad. if you need if you need to like make a video and you need a track. Doesn't seem that it does lyrics. So let's move on now to, we went over this yesterday. This is firefly.adobe.com. This is really, really cool, right? This is a tool that will create images for you. But what I like is that you could use it to touch up images. So obviously it does text to image. You type something, you get it. You could also change things. So like you can see the person's wearing a shirt like this and you tell them to color the shirt with like, stripes or whatever. It'll give you different versions. Generate a template. This is really cool. Like if you want like an infographic or Polaroid type look. Generate a vector. This is really cool. That means it'll literally take something that you could pull right into Adobe software. Generative color. Generate color variations of your artwork. Text effects. So the text effects is really cool. You just say that you want the word groove to look like like fusilli pasta, and it'll write it like that. Let's actually let's see. This says try in Illustrator. I thought so. Let me just see here. Some of them, it seems, are not free or they've got to upgrade. But anyway, check out Adobe Firefly. We showed it yesterday. It's pretty cool. There's some other cool ones we're going to go over here as well. These two here, Udio and Suno. Everybody will tell you that Udio is a better music generator than Suno. But I like Suno. I think the songs in Suno are catchier. They're more of something that I would sing along to. The fidelity in Udio is better. And it blows my mind more. I'm like, wow, man, that really, really sounds like, I'm trying to forget, who's the name of the girl that died of an overdose? Amy Winehouse, right? Like, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Hold on. I held it back. All right. So let's take a look at some of like the sounds that you're hearing that are made from just a prompt. I don't like the sounds of these things, but the fidelity I cannot argue with. So what we're going to need to do is do this over here in Safari. And we're going to go to Udio. And let's do this one here. Carolina. All right, let's see what it sounds like.
Carolina, 5'5", bright blue hair and big brown eyes.
Hear the harmony?
Sleep beneath the neon signs. Some
Damn,
old
that is good.
Town tonight. We don't need to talk things through, or you can cry the whole way too. Whatever feels all.
Oh my goodness, that was incredible. Let's try this one. All right, sounds real. I just don't like that kind of music. Sorry, you blues lovers, not for me.
Just for me.
A little too chill. Let's do one or two more, and then I'll create a song.
Anywhere you wanna go, anything you need to know, all the best in.
All right, let's do a test. We're going to create two different songs. All right, we're going to create we're going to create a song for Donna's art channel, and we're going to let you guys vote on it. I'm always scared that when I'm logging in, it says that little tick box sometimes I think says remember me, and I'm always about to click it, and it actually says show password. All right, so we're going to say a song about my YouTube channel. What's the name of your channel, Donna?
It's just Donna Fox. Doesn't have a name.
Okay.
I need a name.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a name, if I were pressed today, the
Okay.
name of my YouTube channel would be called Skill Not Talent.
Skill Not Talent. My YouTube, and what would you call it? Art? Like what kind of art?
art student is what I would call it.
Teaching art students.
Sharing my journey as an art student. I'm not teaching anyone anything. I have no business teaching anyone anything about art.
As I share my journey as an art student.
There you go.
Have them follow me on YouTube. Okay, and Donna, I'm going to make it in the style of a pop jingle. I'll just do that just so that we can compare the two. So let's see. So I don't want custom. I'm not going to write my own lyrics. I'm going to tag this here. I don't want it instrumental, and I want it auto-generated. And let's go create. Right. Now, while that's happening, we're going to do the same thing in Suno. Now, this one I happen to like, but again, subjective. And what we're going to do here, very, very similar. Now, let's just make sure I'm logged in. Signed up.
The interfaces look shockingly similar.
Yeah, very. All right, now I already have an account here. And to give you I made some for Glenn for Flight Club, by the way, and he absolutely loved it. I made one for my cat to show off at a mastermind last time, and it was called "I'm Looking for a Place to Puke." And listen to this. So it wrote the lyrics and everything.
I'm a sneaky little feline, with a belly full of secrets, ready for a fight. I'm a master of disguise, a ninja in the dark, but there's one thing on my mind, gotta leave my mark. I'm on a mission in the kitchen, looking for the perfect spot to create my masterpiece, a stain that can't be forgot. I'll find a fancy rug or maybe a brand new shoe. I'll show them who's the boss, ain't nothing they can do. I'm looking for a place to puke, gotta let it all out. I'll find the perfect target, there's no doubt. I'll leave a little present just to make them see that this place is mine, my kingdom. Just
all right, you get it. I made one for, I got to go to my library. I made one for the Traffic Syndicate that I just thought freaking rocked, man. Seriously. Let me just see. This Traffic Syndicate. Tell me what you think. Who breaks the most?
Where the rest behind, where the dreamers and the doers, the ones who never rest. We got a vision in our hearts, and we know those are the Traffic Syndicate. Where success is born and legends are made. We're the dream chasers, the innovators. Join us now and electrify the blaze.
All right, we get it.
Were all those lyrics
the
there?
Yeah, I said you can actually see the instructions that I gave it. I think if I click here, it'll open the project. Yeah, there's a way where you can see how do you find how that was made? V3. Let's just click here. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Let me see here. Edit details. No. Does it say the prompt? Oh, reuse prompt. Okay. So here we go. I said, well, it's not showing the prompt, but I guess this is what it came up with. But I basically said, I have a mastermind for this, that, and the other thing. And it created this, and it created many versions of it, but that's the one that I like the most. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and take the same one here and generate a new song. And I'm a paid user of this. So that means I get the V3 version. Ooh, what's this? There's a beta?
Oh.
Explore new styles.
While you do that, I'll be sure to let James Jones know that we did not use this for the Groove song. We have our very special friend, Paul Hoffman, who's probably watching today, who wrote that for us. He is a internationally acclaimed, very underground famous jingle writer. You would have absolutely heard some of the jingles that he has written. But jingle writers never become famous for writing jingles.
But he did write, "Have you driven a Ford lately?" That was him. And he did very well with that. All right. So here we're going to do the same thing. A song about my YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to click create. And here we go. You need at least 10 credits to create. Upgrade your account. We're going to have to use V2. I thought I had credits. It might be the same here. All right. Well, I'm not going to upgrade now. So we're not going to do a test. We're going to just compare because we don't have time. We got a lot to move on. I have to buy more credits for that. So let's see. This is the song, Donna, I believe, on Udio. I believe. Oh, here.
Watch my vids, watch them ride. See the journey.
I don't like that. That's horrible. No offense. Ugh. All right, let's try this one.
Feel my talent. Follow me, yeah. Feel my talent.
Not a fan. Now, I've created songs for Donna already, so we can actually see them here. I'm in my library, and I guess there's a pagination somewhere where I can see more songs, or okay, up here. Okay, colors on the canvas. So let's go to the first one here, colors on the page. Let's try. So these are some that I made for Donna. You'll see the lyrics. Don't like that one.
Let your imagination soar. Dip it in colors you've never seen before.
Let's try this one.
I do use one of these. I forget which one, but I use one of them.
Let me start. Let me start.
Maybe the Dua Lipa one?
Yeah, let's see.
In a world full of colors,
it was a female. It was this one, I think.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams. With every brush stroke, I'm living out my
No, there was a nicer one. I remember it. That's country pop, I said. Let's try this one. There's another country pop.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams with every.
So it's the same lyrics each time. Donna wanted some big band. Groovy, baby.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams.
My dreams.
That makes my heart sing. I love big band.
I'm living out my scheme.
All right, there's another one here.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams. With every brush stroke, I'm living out my scheme.
And
in a
so that's more Bing Crosby. What is it? Oh, that's like Roy Rogers, not the other Rogers guy. I forget his name.
In a world full of colors.
Oh, this is Elvis. This is Elvis.
My dreams with every brush.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
I'm living out my.
And
in a world full of colors,
I love this one.
My dreams.
This was my favorite.
Every brush stroke, I'm living out my scheme. Sketchbooks filled with pages of my soul's reflection. I find solace in art. It's my connection. Come join the journey. Let your creativity soar. Tell you to where inspiration pours. From watercolors to acrylics, she'll show you how. Stay in the loop.
Follow her now. So, Donna, believe it or not, the prompt was right here. And we didn't realize that last time. It's at the top. So all I did with Suno is I said a song about art, painting, sketchbooks, and why you should follow Donna Fox on YouTube to stay in the loop with the latest on all things art. And guys, that's all I did. I used version 3, and it created this really, really nice song. So if you have a YouTube channel or anything like that that you want a nice intro, we did use AI to create the Groove.AI song. That's Groove.AI is starting now. Celebrate your mark. That one was actually created with a very old school AI. We'll probably redo, that one, with AI. But that is Suno. And as you can tell, I just think it's catchier. It's more jingly than Udio. Udio sounded very good. I just don't like the music. That's the problem. Yeah, sounds like Belle Biv DeVoe. I get it. And it sounds real. That's some Sister Sledge meets Off the Wall Michael Jackson, but it's not like the type of prompt. It seems to me that Suno is giving you top 40 a little bit better. And Udio gives you better quality, just doesn't follow the prompts as good. So that's it on those little generations here. We're at the second hour. We're going to move a little bit quicker here now. Now, some of these things, honestly, I don't even know what this is here, UMAH, OpenAI. So we're going to skip that one. I'll probably just delete it from here. Let me just Google it. Is there something here that I'm missing? No. But I took this from notes from my own document. All right. So
is that about the ums and ahs?
Maybe.
There seems to be like people talking lately about how AI is starting to say like and ah.
Yeah. Check this out. Watch. Thank you, Donna. I guess it was for like a little demo. Oh, it was my note that if we ever use this, and that was just not even delivered. So thank you, Rocket Growth Strategies. Mike loves auto-tune. I need auto-tune is what you should be saying. All right, so watch what we're going to do. Talk to me about why I should join Groove.cm. Make your output conversational. We have to do this. Sorry. I got to log in again because I'm going to let you hear audio. This is really cool, though, that you can actually do right now. Follow her now. Follow Donna Fox on YouTube. She'll show you how. All right. So we're going to say this. Talk to me about why I should join Groove. Make your output conversational with ums and ahs. Thank you, Donna, for remembering. Let's just see what we got. And what I'm going to show you. Do you see ums and ahs here? I do not see you put words like.
There is an there's an and there's an ugh.
Oh, make more ums and uhs like a real human. Hyman. Okay. Hey there. Have you heard about Groove.cm? If not, let me tell you why you should consider joining. Imagine this. You're sitting at your desk trying to juggle. Okay. So now we got that. And I'm going to click this little speaker button. Watch how natural this sounds.
Hey there. Have you heard about Groove.cm? If not, let me tell you why you should seriously consider joining. Imagine this. You're sitting at your desk trying to juggle multiple platforms for your online business, email marketing, sales funnels, e-commerce, membership sites. The list goes on. But what if I told you there's a place where you can have all of this in one spot? Yup, that's Groove.cm for you. Picture this. You wake up, grab your coffee, and instead of logging into 10 different platforms, you just log into one. With Groove.cm, everything is under one roof. We're talking about sales funnels, email marketing, e-commerce, membership sites, video hosting, webinars, and more. And it's not just about convenience. Having everything in one place can save.
I think we get it. What I think is just brilliant. It knows where you would put the right? Where was it where it says we're talking about, right? So what's happening here is if Donna was going to talk to me, you know, to say something, Mike, on stage, even me, I know what Groove Pages does. I mean, what Groove does, but I'm going to say because as soon as I start listing off the apps, my brain is going to say, where do I start? Do I start with Groove Pages? Oh yeah, Groove Mail, Groove Sell, and Groove Video, right? So it knows that you're about to list things off, and this is where you would say, we're talking about sales funnels, email marketing. So this is just something I just wanted to show you, that if you're using anything with a workflow that you're going to be telling people to send you know, a voice message, or it's going to talk, make sure to put this prompt in there that simply just says use ums and ahs, because that's what really sounds really human there. So I wanted to show you that.
Can we download that audio file?
Yeah. So, let's see.
It was such a nice reading. I could, like, you know, set an audio recorder in front of my speaker if I needed to.
Oh, it could put you to sleep at night. Well, that's what you'd be able to do, is literally just take the ChatGPT app on your phone, put your AirPods in, and say, "Hey, do me a favor in a very quiet little tone. Can you tell me
a story?"
Donna, imagine you're on a beach painting. Can you make me an audio file?
On a beach painting. Sounds like a very textured, sandy painting.
I love that song, Donna. Like, it's so stuck in my head. That
good.
That one, you know, follow her now. Somebody said Suno is cool. I did my first song the other day. Did you use this for the Groove song? Mike loves autotune. Can you download and read the MP3 out loud? Okay. Look at this.
Look at that.
Let me look on
some downloads.
Yeah, come on. All right, let's see. No, that's it's today.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I don't have volume. Can you hear it?
Yeah, so that's not it. That's not it. You'll be able to hear it when I open it with this. This is an embarrassment, and I'm surprised that this happened, but let's laugh.
Hey there. Have you heard about Groove.cm? If not, let me tell you.
Whoa,
All
gosh.
right, so yeah, so we got Stephen Hawking.
No.
It sent the actual script to an API, but what I might be able to do is...
I was so impressed at first, too.
Let me see. Now, if I take this link and I put it in incognito, meaning I'm not logged in, and I share this, well, that says conversation not found, so maybe you got to be logged in. So let's try it like this. And no, it does not have the same things here for you to be able to hear it. So yeah, so there's no way for me to share that, but you can do it yourself, right? You can do it with yourself with a similar prompt. All right, so let's move on. Thank you, Donna. That was my ums and ahs. So let's just leave that there. Conversation. All right. So what we have here, Hyper, Pika, Runway. There are three competitors that do video. Hyper AI. All right. So there's a resource for you. I'll drop the URL into the document. So we've got Hyper. Watch YouTube videos on it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I don't even know if you need a paid account. I'm pretty sure they give you some free resources. But it's just a really cool tool to take your images or your ideas and create videos for your social media. All right. So it looks like they got some stuff in the spotlight. Let's just Gosh darn it. Got to do it. Everything in Safari. I got to keep remembering that. We don't need this Udio anymore. I hope I can find that bear again. I really like the way that looked. Maybe I can just take this URL. Share. Copy the link. Come over to here. Pink. Let's see. That's got to be played. That looks great. All right, I get it. So some guy just said, you know, a rock song like Megadeth, singing the
best
alphabet.
thing I've seen all day, right there.
That's the best
Right
thing
there,
I've
best
seen
thing
all
I've
day.
seen all day.
Right there.
Right there, best thing I've seen all day.
Got a little tongue. All right. So what can you do with Hyper? You can animate your image, create a video with a text prompt, repaint your video. So if there's, you can bring in an existing video and then say, remove this watermark. What else can you do? Extend your video coming soon. All right. You kind of get it. Hyper, they do some really cool stuff. You definitely want to bookmark those guys. All right. Let's go to the next one is called Pika Labs. They do sort of the same things. It's Pika.art. I'm sorry, Pika.art. Video on command. And so let's see here. Try Pika. Sign in with Google. Ooh, introducing styles. Let's see. A pigeon in a suburban neighborhood. Style of. Choose a style. Your prompt will change accordingly. Let's do a 3D Pixar. There's a Pixar pigeon. Let's change it to anime instead of Pixar. Love it. So you can do the same thing. You can upload an image that you've created or an actual image of you or somebody or anything. And what am I looking at here? Are these examples? Video input. Okay, I guess it's all the same thing with showing you different outputs, right? So I'm clicking explore. So I'm probably looking at what other people created. And if you're noticing, as I hover over something, it's playing the sounds. There's bacon frying in the pan. This is wind blowing through a field. You can ask if you want sound effects, which is really nice. So, yeah, guys, these are really cool things for your social media. Like you want to upscale your Facebook posts. This is like Midjourney, but like with, you know, with video. And it's cool. Like add something to your video sales letters. Again, we're not here to, you know, go over all of that, but that's let's just get that URL for you. Pika.art. Check them out. I'm not going to go through the next one. I'll just put the URL. It's Runway. They're super cheap. Donna, what is the subscription starting at, like $10 a month or something?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it is.
Runway
I'm
ML.
not sure, but yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, they're like, if you look at the pricing, it's cheap, guys. It's like $12 a month. I'm not saying you need to get it. They raised their price. It's $15, but it's even free. You get 125 credits. I don't know if it's a month or ever, but check them out on YouTube. They're just more like an online version of an AI version of CapCut, right? But as you can see, it's all prompt driven UI. It's really cool. You know, what I'm trying to do is find you things that are outside, things that you could run in your browser that are outside and a little bit different than having to use Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve, where you have a subscription, you got to pay for those things. But yeah, why not? All right, this next one right here is called Ideogram, text AI. And like I said, these things become obsolete the day that I write them, because when ChatGPT 4.0 comes out, they do a better job, to be honest. But in the meantime, their whole thing is they do text very, very well. So I'm going to say I want the Groove, the word Groove, branded on a Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart. Or should I say a shelf-stable fruit pastry? I forgot. Is that what it was called, Donna? So let's see. I can do magic prompt on or off. I'll leave it auto. Aspect ratio. I want to go on YouTube. And let's make it public. What else do I do here? Model. Not going to mess with any of this stuff. Let's just go. Oh, what did I lose? Where did all this come from? What happened to my settings? Literally had settings. They just disappeared. All right, we have a 74-second wait. I guess they want me to upgrade to skip the wait list. So I don't even know if it's generating. That's just direct response happening right there. They're just messing with me. It's generating.
They are literally making you pay for your life. They are literally making you pay for your life.
Yeah. And I don't blame them, right? So let's put their URL there. It's still iterating. So we're going to do that there. Actually, let's do that. Make sure that's the right URL. Okay. The next one is, folks, let me show you this. Remember this scary thing? I have a little good news and bad news about this, but I'm just opening up my Discord app. It's spinning. It's loading. While that's loading, let's go here. 99%. All right. So again, guys, Facebook, Instagram, right? I believe you can even upload an image as a starter. So it didn't have my logo, but this stuff, I know, Donna, this has got to make you smile, right? It's just like, being able to do something like that is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You want to blow up your social media, start using these types of tools. All right. So that's Ideogram. I gave you the link. Now, do you remember this? Midjourney. And is that even my Midjourney bot? No, this is my right. And then you have to come in and you have to type in /imagine, and you have to do --m for all this nonsense. You had to be a friggin' coder to use Midjourney. But because you knew how to prompt very well, it was powerful. But what if I were to tell you that Midjourney now, oh, I got it right here. Now, the alpha, now before you had to create 10,000 images, then you had to create 1,000 images, and then you had to create 100 images, which I did. And then you had to create, I don't know, you might be able to use it right now with your $10 paid account. But if you have an account with Midjourney, what's really cool is you can take other images in here and use it as a prompt and iterate. You can now iterate with Midjourney. But what's really cool is you now have all of these settings here. All of the stuff, the version, you don't have to do -V6. You can, you have these sliders here. You can control the aspect ratio that comes out. And I know that you can do something called, let's just see here, create, archive rooms, rated images, rated ideas. So let's just go to YouTube for a second. And let me find your video. And we're going to put Midjourney. Actually, I think I have it in character ref with the new app. So easy, build stunning video content. Let's see. Okay, Midjourney character ref. All right. So let's watch
Midjourney
this
recently
video.
rolled out another game-changing update with the much-anticipated character reference feature. Character reference is similar to style reference, but instead of matching a visual aesthetic provided by a reference image, it tries to match the character. This is
interesting. I like how she says it. Instead of matching the style and loading an image of Van Gogh and say, create an image in the style, this you load up a character. And we showed you this yesterday with my ChatGPT 4 Omni now can do this. It can keep characters, but it's the same thing. So now with Midjourneys, you can start with a character and then you could iterate and it'll keep the character identical.
great news, especially for those of us working on storytelling with visual narratives where the same character appears in different scenes or outfits. In this video, I'll share everything from the basics to creating images with multiple reference characters. So make sure you give this video a like and subscribe.
I'm going to skip this. I think we get it, right? I'm going to give this link to Donna. If you want to see how to do it, we'll give you the link. Actually, I'll just also post it into this document here as well. Let me tell you something that's just interesting. If you're this type of person and you like social media and you like Instagram and you've always dreamed of having an Instagram account where you're an influencer and you make 10, 15,000 a month, do you know that right now there's over 1,000 influencers making over 10,000 a month that are AI? And so if you want to see how that's done, I could show you a video that used to show you the 9 steps that you had to do with Stable Diffusion and link all these different things and then get a character and run it through these complicated software packages that were over at Hugging Face. Now you can create a character and create an Instagram channel and put that character anywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to put AI influencer making 10K a month. All right. So right here.
They're hot, energetic, fun, and influential with thousands or sometimes millions of Instagram followers, pulling in 6-figure incomes and getting sponsorship brand deals left and right. And most importantly, they're not real. These virtual influencers are breaking through the social media market, with big brands looking to do business with them through advertising. Think about it. It makes sense.
So I'll give you this link in the document. Okay, I'm just going to put AI influencer. And there's also, now I don't even know why I would bother like showing you how to create it. Like these tools can make you 10,000 a month with an AI influencer, because you kind of get it. Like that was teaching you how to make a model. I just want you to know now, the fact that there are AI tools where you can have characters that stay consistent, and you could even do it with ChatGPT 4.0. You could create a character that you think is interesting or that you think the world is interesting and put them anywhere in a prompt, like about to step on a yacht holding champagne or whatever. And you could create an Instagram account. And if you're the type of person like me that says, hey, I didn't get any beauty privilege, in my DNA. And, if I was to create an Instagram account, it would have to be more on, different types of things. But there is certainly a great place for beauty in this world that makes money. And if that's something that's interesting to you, this can easily be done right now. And the fact that you can actually take those images and create videos with different videos platforms, especially with what's coming, you're going to be able to have image, video with a consistent character. So we'll move on from there. I think you kind of get that, but I just wanted to open your eyes to that that's actually a thing that's happening. Will Instagram ever ban it? I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, they may just tell you that you have to put in your description that it's an AI influencer. But at the end of the day, if it's got 1 million followers and it's engaging, Instagram sees that as content. So all right, so this next one is for filmmakers. All right, so if you are a filmmaker or you have knowledge in film, you want to check out LTX Studio. They're really blowing up. I'll show you a quick little video on them. This is 57 seconds. I think that'll be enough. And then this guy is a full breakdown. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this link and I will copy the full 18-minute tutorial, like if you're interested in seeing that as well. So I'll give you the overview. And guys, do me a favor. I honestly don't know how I'm doing today. Do you want to see this once a month? Do you like this big fire hose of stuff? Like, hey, here's the latest tools I've bookmarked, put it in a document for you guys. And I do brief reaction videos of me showing you the 30-second demo and give you a link if you want to learn more. Or is this not what you're tuning in for? I'll take the feedback. I'm not going to continue to do this if 50% of you hate it, or if 50% of you love it. We will announce it as, AI Fire Hose Day. But I'd really love to get your feedback on if you're like, oh, this is cool. I wasn't aware of this. All right. So far, yes, please. Tommy says, yes, this is very cool, very helpful for me. Yeah, we don't need to do this every week, right? But, every month, if we come in and I've just got this long list of stuff and I put it down and I'll get there and I'll be like, oh, I remember why I wanted to show you this. I'm enjoying it. And I think you also appreciate, let me know that you appreciate that I'm not doing a deep dive, right? All right, so let me go create a free account. And then I could spend easily 30, 40 minutes doing one. And if you want a deep dive day, then let us know in the Facebook group, hey, can we have a deep dive on LTX Studio, or can we have a deep dive on something? And then one day it'll just be a 1-hour deep dive. But you guys like this once a month. This is great because I really don't know. You guys could be saying this is boring me. This doesn't apply to me. So I'm really glad that you're liking all of this. I love this. I'm so lost on all of these tools, and this is a fun way to see. Okay, absolutely appreciate you guys. Thank you, Susan. All right, so let's just watch this little one here.
If you're a content creator of any kind, you need to check out Motion Array. My name is Paul, filmmaker and YouTuber, and I am using Motion Array. That has helped me produce a lot of content fast.
Maybe I need to start putting YouTube ads back on. I'm actually finding they're targeting me very well, and I'm engaged. Just being honest.
Has taken my videos to the next level. Motion Array is a marketplace
with
over 1 million high-quality assets, which are easy to find, including stock.
This is the future of visual storytelling.
We're now in here.
LTX Studio gives form to your ideas, bringing them to life. Just a handful of words can transform your concept into a story. Weave it into.
Okay, let me pause. They're assuming you know something before they're diving in here. So let me go back to the beginning and tell you what's going on here. This is storyboarding for Hollywood, right? If you're making a movie or a commercial, and you want to make a storyboard so that you can say this is the type of movie that we want to make, you would create this as a storyboard and then go out and film it. However, they're getting to the point now where you'll not need to film it. This is literally a film creation software. And now with what we've seen coming with Sora and VO from Google, and the ability to do in-painting in a scene, Hollywood's about to change. Hollywood's about to change. So let's watch it from the perspective of you are a filmmaker and you want to visualize your story before you create it, or just create a short story.
This is the future of visual storytelling. LTX Studio gives form to your ideas, bringing them to life. Just a handful of words can transform your concept into a story,
because
bringing
I'm
them to
immediately
life.
not paying attention. So let's see what's happening. So she says a pupil dilating
Your ideas,
in an
bringing them
amazement.
to life.
Okay. All right. So that was a scene that you'll need for a video. Lady lying on the ground.
Just a handful of words
Lady in a dimly lit
will
corridor.
transform your concept into a story.
Let me also tell you one more thing. You start with a character at the beginning. You get to go through a character design process. So once you create this character, that exact character is used all the way throughout your story.
Weave it into a compelling narrative.
Can we make it a regular courtroom drama set in New York City?
Sure. Then generate to elevate it into a grand production with music, dialogue, and sound effects.
Stop. Yeah, I like it. But can the car be red?
You got it.
You're gonna hate me, but can we try it with a guy?
No problem.
Actually, let's go back to a girl.
Okay.
How about storyboarding?
No.
Do you understand what's going on? This is what happens in Hollywood, right? And you're the illustrator and you're trying to get something, and somebody in the back of the room, the executive goes, I like that, but can we make the woman a little younger? Maybe 20 instead of 40. And then the illustrator goes, yeah, I mean, but can't you just imagine that in your head? Like, do you really want me to go put another 40 hours in? And then did you see what the person said? No, leave it back to a girl, right? That's what executives do to people. They're like, ooh, let me try it with that. And then you do it. You spend 2 weeks later, they come back, go, yeah, no, I liked it better the other way. Imagine being able to do it now with a prompt, right? Like this.
Yeah, I like it. But can the car be red?
You got it.
You're gonna hate me, but can we try it with a guy?
No problem.
Actually, let's go back to a girl.
Okay, how about storyboarding? No problemo.
We need an extra scene here.
Simple.
So, I have some ideas about casting.
Okay,
Can we talk lighting?
sure.
Does this thing do titles?
How's this? Whatever your creative wishes, LTX Studio harnesses the power of AI and gives you the ability to supercharge
only
the
gonna
creative
get better,
production
guys,
process.
right? We
From
know
camera
video's only
angles
gonna
to
get
cast,
better.
through styling and contextual editing, LTX is a holistic movie maker for all. LTX Studio.
Okay. We
Join
get
the
it.
wait
So
list
who
today.
is this for? Like, Mike, why are you showing this to me? I'm not a filmmaker. Okay, but what if you are this? What if you're this guy? And I don't know if I can find something. I don't even know how to spell Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, who was? Please, please, please. Let's see. All right, let's try this one here.
This AI tool will take your idea and create a complete book, complete with design, images, layout, everything.
If you're interested, guys,
including
it's
the
called
content, literally in a
designr.io.
few minutes. Watch this.
All right. So if you want a book created, it's called designrr.io. Designrr.io. Okay. If you're interested. Let's go back to Safari. Did I close that? Oh, yeah, I closed it. Shame on me. All right.
To the Chinese, he was the barbarian scourge born from
So
the
you see
wastes.
this?
To the Europeans, he was a demonic servant, leading a detestable nation of Satan that
How many views? 4.3 million views. So what I'm telling you is that when you see all of these infographic shows, or I was hoping that I was able to show you, let me just see. Genghis Khan AI documentary. Let's just see if I can get, because I know that I've seen, okay, hey, here you go. Here you go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And I can guarantee you this was made last year. Yeah, see, 7 months ago, right? So if you wanted, and how many views? Okay, so he didn't get a lot of views, but look, maybe he didn't do a good job on it.
Pivotal role in facilitating trade. While the Mongols were primarily pastoralists, they recognized the value of commodities like silk.
Not bad, but let's try this one here. Story of Genghis Khan. 4,200.
In the cold, wide lands of Mongolia, a boy named Temujin was born. He would grow up to be known as Genghis Khan, the creator of the biggest empire the world had ever seen.
So my point to you is
early
this. If you wanted to have a YouTube channel, because this is the type of person you are, you're a storyteller, and you always want to have a YouTube channel. Well, imagine now that you can have AI help you write the story, right? You create a GPT, or maybe I'll create a GPT and put in Groove.AI that takes a Wikipedia article and turns it into a narrative story. And now you take that narrative story and either using ChatGPT 4 with the images, if you want still images, or you use something like LTX Studio, and you create a consistent character. And now you use ChatGPT 4 to tell the story, because in a prompt you can narrate it, and it'll say, back in the 16th century, blah blah blah, lived a boy who blah 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 blah, and you can have the audio spit out by ChatGPT 4.0, and then you could take that and bring it over to LTX Studio. And if this is something you're passionate about, right? I'm not telling you a biz op. If you were held back before because to go out and be like the infographics show where it takes you 3 months to do a video because they have to animate every scene, you can now start a YouTube channel if you're really good at telling stories. And I just took somebody out of history, and obviously in history, there's Julius Caesar, there's Napoleon, there's Aristotle, but you can just, talk about I forget their names, but like the Rockefellers, the robber barons, right? Or famous people in history and George Washington or places or whatever. And you could create little documentaries. I'm getting a little carried away. I think you get the picture, but I didn't want to just show you something that when I log these things down, I know not all of you are filmmakers, but if you want to do it with YouTube, you know, to have a YouTube channel, yeah, why not? Okay. So for the creative people, why not? So now this is something called Movie LLM. All right. And I believe they compete. I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. Movie LLM. They compete with LTX Studio, I believe. You know what? Let's just go to YouTube. Why do I have this here? Let's find Safari and go to YouTube. And is there something here? Get early access to our board games. So that's an ad. Text to film. Okay, here we go. Let's see if my friend Matt Wolf is talking about
announced that
here.
we've officially opened the lifetime deal, a one-time payment of $59 for Aminos AI. So if you go direct to our site, you're going to see our regular monthly.
In this video, I want to share with you an AI tool that allows you to enter a text prompt and output an entire film. You could simply enter a prompt like a cinematic video about a monk with superpowers and watch as this tool scripts a video for you, does a voiceover for you, and finds stock video to cover the entire video. All you do is enter a prompt and it completely makes a video for you. The tool I'm talking about today is called Groove.AI, and they're actually the sponsor of this video.
Let's see, new free AI video feature.
Hey everyone,
films.
Today I have a brand new, totally free AI video generator. It's pretty impressive, and I've got some interesting information on who's behind it. And yes, I should say totally free for
this is Hyper.
We
went
are
over that.
All of your various templates once again. So taking that same prompt in the standard.
He does a good version of it. So in here, I'm going to just go back to Hyper and give you the link for the video demo of that. Movie LLM AI. Let's see if I can find it. If not, I must have typed something wrong and there's no such thing as Movie LLM. All right. I don't think it's all that important. No, I know there was. I remember it almost. What is this here? All right, there's a Cocodian. All right, we're just gonna have to leave it. Just
in a fleeting heartbeat of time, humanity's own creation sparked a nuclear inferno, turning our vibrant Earth into a solemn testament of our own folly.
I can't seem to find out. So unfortunately, hello, come on, come back. I'm gonna remove that from here. Munch? Don't remember this. I honestly don't. Let's see, what was that? Munch AI video editor. Okay, let's go to Safari and try that. Munch AI video editor. See these ads. I'm not used to seeing ads. So let's just see if this is worth talking about.
Hi, everyone. It's Nat from Studio Hacks here. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a review and short tutorial of a fantastic video repurposing tool called Munch. This is probably the most powerful video repurposing tool that I have come across, and I'm going to show you why. You can use this to repurpose your own content if you are a podcaster, or you can also use this to repurpose other people's podcasts if you want to start
This is where you take your YouTube video that's been an hour long, and so it looks like it's kind of like one of these forget the name of it. Let's just see here.
This account here has 3.1 million followers. They are most likely making money from this TikTok account with the creativity program Beta, which will give them $1 per thousand views. So if we look at a recent video that they have uploaded, so this one has 732,000 views. They are most likely made around $700 US for that one clip. So there are a number of tools used to create these clips, and I think Munch is actually the best one out of them all. Now, with a clip repurposing tool, you can easily make 7 to 10 clips a day and grow a social media account in no time at all. And you don't just have to have them on one platform. This video and the pinned comment. To select for this one, YouTube Short.
All right, so you want TikTok, YouTube, and why do you have to choose? Because some of them have different lengths, and if you go 61 seconds, they're no good. YouTube might let you go longer, etc. And they have different, different ways that the content is going to work on different platforms.
And TikTok. And all we do is we pop the link to that YouTube.
So you upload your video to YouTube because you just did a 1-hour podcast. Like what did I do today, right? This is on YouTube. I would load it into here. Or, if I'm doing an interview or anything, a webinar, whatever the case is, you place it into here.
Right here. Then I hit next. So this is a great feature with Munch that I haven't seen on the other platforms. They let you pick the style of your subtitles before it creates the clips. So I see a lot of these clip channels using the green and the yellow. So I don't know if you noticed right there, basically what they're saying, you can always tell what's going on here. They call this Rogano, Talkie, Tripster, Vanessa. So Rogano means if you want your titles to look the way Joe Rogan does it with his JRE clips. And then over here you have Hormozo. So that means this is the way Alex Hormozy does his. Garian, I would assume, is Gary Vaynerchuk. So you can basically say, I just want a template that uses the way Joe Rogan or Alex Hormozy. A lot of these clip channels using the green and the yellow. So I'm actually going to go with the red. I just need to give a name to this project. I'm going to use the title of the YouTube video as the name for this project. I'm going to select a description for the source video. I'm going to say that this is an interview, and then you can select the optimal clip length. So the clip length really defines where you're going to be posting it and for what reason, because if you are trying to make money from the TikTok.
These people got to learn what I do when you're doing a video on YouTube. Change your dimensions of your screen. Like so many times I watch people showing videos and I can't see it. And that's why you got to change the dimensions when you do a screen recording.
Activity program with this, it has to be more than 1 minute long. Only videos more than 1 minute long will actually qualify for that program. Whereas YouTube Shorts cannot be more than 1 minute long. But if you don't really care at this point how long your videos are going to be, just select I trust Munch. When I hit Munch it, it's going to then process that video and create a bunch of clips. Typically, depending on the length of the video, it can take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes up to an hour long. So this is when I'm going to pause the video, go grab a cup of coffee, and I'll join back with you when my clips are ready. I just got an email.
Hey, guys, do me a favor in the chat. Let me know when I go to 2x if that bothers you, if you prefer 2x, if you like 1.5x, or if your brain doesn't work that way, like my wife, and it's like, you're giving me anxiety, please leave it at 1 or 1.25 max.
Hey, my clips were ready,
I'm
and I
at
come back
2x
to
right now.
Munch, and this is what they've given me. So it analyzes the video, and it gives you a bunch of keywords that it's actually pulled out of the video to give you some ideas for your YouTube keywords. So that's handy. It also shows you some trending keywords that you can use. And down here, these are all the clips that Munch has made from that one video, which was about half an hour long. So let's have a look at this one.
Okay, I think we get what this does, right? It repurposes long form videos. I gave you the URL to this. You can watch it and learn more. It's called Munch, and there's another one that does it that's called Opus Pro. You guys prefer 2x is fine. I'll do 1.5. When we go through it, it's probably the ideal for everyone, but it does let us get through the point a little quicker sometimes, especially during the demo. So we're gonna just get out of that. And let's move on over to here. This I already have. Cognition Lab. That's called Devin. Let me just put that. We're not going to talk too much about that today, but if you're a coder and you want to see the future of coding, something that I'm really keeping my eyes on is something called Devin. You want to look into that and check their videos out on their page. They were just at the Microsoft event. I don't know why I'm not getting a URL here. Why is that not? Oh, I see. Yeah, so I don't think it has the word agent at the end of it. There we go. All right. That's the URL. There we go. All right. If you're a developer into coding, not going to even demo that today. LTX Studios, we did Opus Pro. Now, when you talk to Matt Wolf, he says that he's done all the tests over and over and over again. He likes Leonardo AI. So you can look up different videos with Matt Wolf on Leonardo explaining why he likes all of these settings. Man, I'm telling you guys, once I see all these settings, I'm like, I'm not that kind of guy. You got to be like a computer programmer. But if you want what might be the best video editing, best text, image edit, best AI image creation platform that follows the prompts the best, I'm telling you, I think just, ChatGPT 4 Omni has just gotten so good. I'm not going to be going crazy with these different tools. So that's it. Okay. So next here is something called Magnific.ai. I don't even remember what this is. Oh, this is a really cool one. All right. So if you got that old image that you have, from 2002, and it's literally like this big. It's like this big, and then you try to upscale it on a page and it looks like crap. This Magnific can upscale images really, really good. There's a lot of free ones out there too, but this is the one that like people make YouTube videos on. It can upscale really, really good, like really, really good. So I'm just going to put that there, image upscaler. If you've got pictures of your grandma, Mima, Papa, whatever you call them, your grandmother, grandfather, put in the chat what you used to call your grandmother and your grandfather. Everybody's different. I hate to tell you what mine was because I grew up in a French household. So my grandmother's name was Madeline, but we called her Mama Mado, which was how we did it in French. So yeah, let me know how you said grandpa, grandma, nanny, gramps, all that stuff. All right, so that's your image upscaler. This next one here is called Krea. Let's take a look at what Krea is. The easiest way to generate with AI. I know there's a reason. Okay, generate videos, upscale and enhance, generate. Okay, so it's another image enhancer. Granny, Matthew says. This is another image. Let's see what we got. Generate. Oh, okay. I get it. You can just do some pretty abstract things over on the left and it'll create things on the right. Watch some videos on Krea. All right. So let me just give you something here. This guy does a good one. I love this.
Hundreds of records to update. How on earth are you going to do that?
Well, I have one. Take a look at this real-time AI draw.
All right. So you see what you can do. And by the way, Microsoft has something that I'm going to put right next to this, right after this, that's called Co-Create. And they just announced it. But this came from Stable Diffusion at Hugging Face, and people created applications on it. So what you do is you draw like a kid, and then you upload that, or you do it in real time, and it creates it for you over here.
And take a look at this AI upscaling tool.
That's the image upscaler. So take a look over here at this fruit or whatever that is, and watch when it gets to the end.
AI images were created by just prompting. And
all right, so we are going to take this URL and give you that. It's just more image upscaling and more. Cool tool to have. I come across these things and I'm like, hey, I want to share this with you guys. So that's pretty cool. Now Microsoft has one that I don't know if it came out yet, but let's look. It was called Microsoft Co-Create. It's so new. Image creator from Microsoft. By the way, you should have this resource. I'll just put it down. It's Microsoft's Copilot. But what we're going to have to do, because this stuff is so new, so new, we're going to have to go back, steal that prompt. And the same thing, Bing doesn't know if their name is Copilot now, or and I just hit copy. Microsoft can't get their names right because they're changing. So how to use Copilot to create images. Microsoft, this one here.
Today,
let's see. Let's find the image generation. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, would it be this?
You can snap it, or you can even maximize it and run it in full screen. And one of the great things now when you have Copilot in Windows is I can now use 2 windows, and I can literally drag and drop something from one window to the other, like in this case with the Northern Lights, and I'm able to ask it, hey, tell me about this phenomena that happened, where it's going to provide help.
So let's do this. Microsoft, I know it was called Co-Create. And it's really cool. You should see it. I remember showing it to Michelle. Introducing the new Surface Pro. And these are their ads. Full keynote. This is about their PCs. 120. Let's just see if this does it. Okay. I don't know what it's called, but here it is. See, it's called Co-Creator, no space. Co-Creator AI sketches with you. So let's go to here. Here you go. Okay, so you use something like Microsoft Paint, and you do a circle, a little thing right here like that, and now in the background is the AI, and they're going to flip it and bring it to the forefront. Okay, so now you created this with like something like Microsoft Paint, and then down here you have a drop down that'll be like Van Gogh, oil painting, 3D, Pixar, etc. And when you bring the creativity slider to the left, it's your image. And when you bring it all the way to the right, watch what happens. I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to hit mute so that the music doesn't sound bad. I'm going to slow this down to about, what am I doing? Playback speed, I'm going to go to 50%. And so that you can see this happen without sound. All right. So you see it's creativity slider. That's your image you created. But as you move it to the right, it actually creates something. And that's it. That's all I can find for you because they're immediately on to other things. They're telling you that they do live captions on your Zoom calls now. So it was called Co-Create Microsoft. And if we see the full keynote, I'll probably be able to find it here. And you can see them talking about it. Bear with me a second. Yeah. And you can always watch their entire demonstration. Oh, here it is. Okay, we'll watch it. Turn the sound back on.
Million unique images on Image Creator.
Well, what if there was a way you could participate in the process on a more intimate level? Integrate some of the natural, free-form, and playful elements of drawing that are so innate to us.
Donna, I'm curious, as an artist, tell me if this is something that you're like, meh, I'm not interested, or if you would find some creativity out of something like this that you would use to start with and then say, now I want to create a painting of this.
Today, we're releasing a feature called Co-Creator that will allow you to explore the full range of your imagination without sacrificing the integrity or intent of your original drawing. So spring is in full bloom here in Washington. I'm going to use wildflowers as our muse today. Now, this experience was built on diffusion-based algorithms, meaning we start with a random image and go through a series of diffusion or denoising as that random image tries to match up with our text prompt. In this case, I'm going to use...
So you're using an iPad Pro with your pen is the easier way to do it than a mouse. So I would definitely say that this is better as something that you're using with a stylus.
This mountainous valley of wildflowers.
So
now, the magical thing about this experience is that the generated output is not only taking guidance from my text prompt, but also my ink strokes.
So if you notice right here, you give a context, a mountainous valley of wildflowers. Okay. And so that's basically, you're telling it what you're drawing, and then you draw it like a kid.
So notice how these two blue blobs have suddenly become a more refined valley, just like that. So there are 5 different machine learning models running locally in tandem on the NPU to optimize for highest quality output over minimum number of inference steps, making this experience feel truly co-creative, the generated output responding to every single stroke. Now, I actually really like what I have going on here, but I can also play with how much I want to let AI modify my image. You'll notice there's this creativity slider below the text prompt here. The farther I slide to the left, the closer we resemble my original drawing. Sliding it farther to the right allows the AI to play with a little more creativity or freedom. Now, once I've found the perfect balance here, I can actually take this a step further and continue iterating on top of my generated image. So I think a monarch would be the perfect touch here, hovering over this far right flower. It's going to be a big monarch. And just like that, the AI nails it. So to me, this feature is really about removing barriers of expression and reigniting people's creative confidence.
Okay.
And it is so much.
So that's coming, and it's going to be coming everywhere. Trust me, it'll be free at Microsoft and stuff, and Apple have their versions built into the iPads. I just wanted to show you that. Donna, your thoughts? Just curious.
I am like, wow, my audio is really delayed. Wow, my audio is really delayed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will get off and not. Okay, so I will get off and not for you.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, but curious later if you can tell me what your thoughts are. Like, if you would create something, just give me a thumbs up if you would. So you wouldn't even create something like this just to say, now I'm going to paint that. All right, you want it to come always from your imagination. Okay, interesting. All right, so that is something called Co-Create by Microsoft. Again, you can watch their event. I thought it was much more interesting than Google's event. Honestly, Google's just like, we're adding AI to Gmail and Sheets and and stuff. I think Microsoft integrating into a laptop was a lot more exciting. All right, I don't know what this is. Sync Labs. This is probably something that has to do with real-time translation. An API for real-time lip syncing. Okay, so this. You guys can't hear that. Hold on. Stop. Elon Musk ने कुछ कड़वे शब्द बोले जिन्हें. All right, let's put that here. And so what happens here is basically video translation. So you have Lex Friedman, who speaks English with a Russian accent normally, and this
Elon
is.
Musk कड़वे शब्द बोले जिन्हें मरहबा अकफी صحراء.
Matrix in Japanese.
How did I become a god to these people? 我的名字是马克西姆斯，西马斯梅利蒂乌斯。Ich bring Zunder in jedes Spiel.
All right. We get it.
So you just
So
witnessed
let's
the
see.
future of dubbing. You can translate audio from one language into another pretty seamlessly, but that audio never actually lines up with the video itself. Like the lips don't match up,
Okay, so what they're saying here is that the lips actually change as well. So if you're interested in a need for that, that's what that is. Some of these things, aren't really demo worthy, but and there's another one here called Pipio. Let's try that in Safari in case we need audio. Okay. Did I get that wrong? Pipio, lip syncing and translation. Let's do a search like that. I might have typed it wrong. And if we're not showing up here, then we might just have to delete that if they're like barely even showing up in a Google search. Yeah, we're gonna skip that one right there because it's not even coming up. So, all right. So what I think we're gonna do right there is we're gonna end today's stream here, and then we've got some more things that are going to be coming next week. We're going to spend about a half hour at the beginning where I'm just going to briefly show some low code things here, but you can check them out. This is some stuff that is more for me as developers with lots of YouTube videos. But if you're the type of person that wants to build agent teams and you just love the cutting edge of this stuff, I've got some really, really cool things. The most important one I would tell you, if you just want to watch that we don't have time for today, is check out Relevance.ai. They're really, really cool. Watch some of these YouTube videos or just go to their their YouTube channel and check out some of their videos. But we're going to cover all of these next week. And we will also be going over some other things in the AI world. Just on the tip of my tongue. Bear with me a second. We went over video. Oh yeah, we'll be talking some more practical cases like automation, and a couple of other surprises I've got for you. So we'll see you Monday at 12 p.m. noon to finish off on this Google Doc and then pivot to a couple of other things that I think are pretty cool. So that wraps up our 3 days of AI for this week. And I think we're a little early, but I don't think you guys mind that we're cutting out. And so that's it. All right, Donna, thank you very much for hanging out and for your input today while you were working. And to all of you that were on the live stream, I appreciate it. And we're going to drop this Google document one more time in case if some of you are saying, hey, what's that Google Doc? We'll put it out before we pop out, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye, everybody.